Hey, hello, we're here. Sorry, the timer started again. Hello, welcome, fellow adventurers, and welcome back to Let's Quest. It's been a minute, and yeah, I'm so excited. It's D&D night. Woo-wee! Should we get some music going? Oh, here we go. The plot thickens. All right, so strap in. We got some fun stuff coming. Tonight, I'm so excited because it also represents the start of the quest format for the stream going forward. So rather than having big long-form campaigns, instead we'll be diving into 1 to 3 session quests instead. So there'll be some overarching narratives in there that we'll dip into, and they might get a little threads of that people can tug on. Or ignore completely, probably. But generally, the quests and the players are going to rotate in and out of quest to quest. So yeah. And with that, what a lovely segue into joining our guests, our players tonight. So let's go say hi. Here we go. Hey, here they are.
Hey. Hello. Hi.
Okay.
Hello.
So the warmest of welcomes to our new guests, Martin and Matt.
Hi.
Hello.
Or Grishnak, Matt, and Blazing Grog, Martin.
Blazing Grog.
All
It's a
right.
cultural name.
Sorry, yeah, of course. So I'll just turn down the music just immediately. That's too loud. Right. Okay. Sorry. I'm so excited. So I was thinking that we would just start out with a little bit of flavour for the new. I mean, everyone already knows Aoife. They know Yaramir. Boring. But just to give us a little bit of an intro into Blazing Grog and Grishnak. So who wants to go first? Anyone?
I will, if you like.
All right. Yeah. Let's do it.
What do you want to know? His name is Grishnak. He is a half-orc paladin of Helm. And he's all about protecting people as best he can, but he's not too smart. But he is a big, strong boy. So
we established that just before we started. Big, strong boy.
yeah. Do you want me to give a description?
Yeah, I guess like if someone saw you from across the room, just a passing glance, what would they see?
He's a big lad. Is our Grishnak. He's very tall. He's in his sort of middle, sort of between 6 and 7 feet tall. Big armor, big muscles, bald head, bit of a patchy beard.
Mm-hmm.
He's not very good at shaving himself, so quite often he'll get someone else to shave it for him and like neaten it up and trim it up for him because he's not very good at it. He has. Sorry.
I think we're going to need specifics on that height.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't just say,
Okay, I think he's like 6'5", 6'6", something like that.
all right.
I'm still trying to figure out where the height stuff is. Oh, description. There we go. It's in there. There it is. 6'4". He's 6'4". There you go.
Oh.
So he's not quite as tall as I thought he was. But yeah, 6'4". But he's almost 6'4" wide as well. So he's a big boy. Yeah, he's got sort of full plate, which is has like a bluish kind of shimmer to it as you look at it, which is pretty fancy.
Cool.
He's a worshipper of Helm, so he has eyes on the back of each of his gauntlets. He's got a big fist with an eye on the shield that he carries, which is on his back. He has a flail on his hip that he carries, which is on a big chain, and rather than like a ball with spikes, it's just a big old fist. So it's a big old metal fist.
Oh, an actual fist. Okay, I love that.
It's just a big old metal fist that he wallops people with.
I mean, whoever this is who walked past you in the bar and took a glancing look at you is real perceptive.
So that's him. He looks quite intimidating, but he's not really.
I love it.
Oh,
We'll have
I think I'll
to.
be hiding behind you for most of this game.
What's
Yeah.
that?
I think I'll be hiding behind you for most of this game.
We got a couple of big strong
What is that
boys
for?
down the bottom here. A bull man and a half orc man. Right. And Blazing Grog.
All right, I've got a little something written out here. Let's see if I can get through it without tripping over myself. All right, here we go. Blazing Grog is a stout 4'2" hill dwarf sorcerer. He no longer remembers exactly how old he is, but from his cracked skin and salty grey hair, he estimates himself to be around 500 years old. His mind has been ravaged by the passing of time and the excesses of ale, wine, and other intoxicants. He's adorned in a ramshackle collection of mismatching armor and robes, which he has collected over the centuries. The Outlander nomad has been wandering the realms for so long that he no longer remembers where he's originally from. He's suffused with magic from the cosmic force of order. While the circumstances surrounding the origins of his power are now a mystery to him, he suspects the power arises from Mechanus, a plane of existence shaped entirely by clockwork efficiency. As time passes and his mind fades further, he finds himself relying more and more on instinct and guided by the forces of nature and order, but is also plagued by obscured visions of a coming disaster that he must prevent. He has come to Faust in the hopes that a vendetta Faust might help him discover his origins and uncover the truth of the impending doom before it's too late.
Dun dun dun! Nice.
Ooh.
And when does that go to theatre?
We're workshopping it this weekend.
Sure,
so yeah,
sure.
Come along.
6 seasons in a movie. Well, that's awesome. I'm just going to write a little note to look up Helm and Machinus.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay,
That's
cool.
the extent I know about any of what I've just said.
Sorry, you know about...
Everything I've just said is the extent of what I know about what's happening.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, well, that's awesome. We've just... A whole bunch of stuff just went on in chat, which I just want to say thanks to everyone. I can't even see. There's so much stuff going on in there. Lieberschnitzel gifted some tier 1 subs, which is amazing. So thanks.
Yay.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, right. And now I'm going to cover chat up so I don't get distracted by it. Because the last time I looked at chat, I derailed an entire combat.
It can be quite distracting. Yeah, this is true.
It's just like there's so many flashing things on there. I love it.
Same thing.
Ooh, a shiny.
Oh, it's shiny.
Hey, where's Jameson when you need him?
I know. Well, he said he's going to join in.
I
Did you
know.
hear what happened to Jameson? Just quickly, a little sidebar.
Are we allowed to say this?
Yeah, we're definitely allowed to say this because Beth was tidying the house and saw a cord that looked awfully messy. So decided to cut that cord, and it was their internet and phone line.
Oh no.
It's literally just cut the cord. That is outrageous.
Well, I mean, if
Is
it was
Beth-
messy.
Is Beth in the
Well-
chat? I really want
I've been
her-
wondering why I haven't seen him online for a while. I'm like, why hasn't he been streaming?
It's like the best thing. I just cut it. What's this cord do?
Oh, we won't need it. It's probably not important.
Probably nothing. What?
I was going to make a joke about Wi-Fi, but nice. Yeah. Go wireless.
Go wireless. Nice. Right. Okay. Everyone ready?
Ready.
Sure.
Yes?
Yes, sure.
Is that the right answer?
I've got D&D Beyond up now, so if anyone's got any questions about if I ask for something, I won't shout. If I ask for something and you don't know where it is, we can guide you through it, but where to find it. But yeah, I'm so excited for new players, new quest. Here we go. Let's quest. That's not
Oh,
a
I didn't
thing.
realise we were
We've never done it. I just I just wanted to make you guys feel like Right. Our quest begins where we last saw our heroes, in the penthouse of the Spire. That's the Spire of Faust, the city under the Spire. A few days have passed. And things are quieting down around the Spire. If you remember, it was a lockdown. All these planar events were going on. The same that the group, the Full Crest 4, had found and prevented opening these planar rifts in Full Crest. They travelled to Faust at the behest of and guidance of this chaotic being that had embedded itself into a stone in Skira's arm. And its one commandment was, get me to Faust at first you thought that was a location. It was in fact Vendetta Faust, the man himself, the founder of the city. When you arrived, Faust has been plagued by the fact that his entire spire here, the Faust Corp, of course, that has basically runs all of the artificers, researchers, the arcanes going on in this really advanced steampunk vibe city that you're in. Like even the lower levels are like nothing you've across the rest of the Isles, the Zeroth Isles. It's very steampunk here. And yeah, so he. Wait a minute, I've just derailed myself because I looked at chat. I should have kept it covered up.
Unbelievable.
See, it's what happens. Sorry, where was I? I've gone red now.
You said it was very steampunky.
Yeah, I know. That's the part that I'm stuck on, though. All right, doesn't matter.
So steampunky.
Faust
Corp.
It turns out that Faust, upset with the fact that he runs this Faust Corp that's just turned into a big conglomerate kind of thing, a corporation, he has sort of resigned himself away into hit the top of this spire on this penthouse floor, and he's been getting together a plan on how to help and give back to Zeroth. This huge cataclysmic event, which to the east you can actually see this Nightfall ruins, which used to be a whole continent of people, has now been turned to ash, and there's this giant rifter planar portal open, hovering above, red and purple glow across the whole land. And he enlisted members of a team, and you are all in that team. For whatever reason you've come together, he's a very rich and powerful connected man. He can offer payment but also adventure for some, and all different reasons for joining up, like maybe knowledge about your lost past for Blazing Grog, or the promise of seeking out and destroying evil for Grishnak. So the lift opens, slams up, not slams up, it doesn't slam. It softly rises up. You've just gone 200 floors straight vertical, whoosh, and the four of you step out. Sorry, 5 of you. Scarlet is with you, your friendly, not so friendly ranger friend. Steps out with you into this room. The room this time is abuzz with activity. These arcane monitors, big screens, illuminate the faces of hard-working researchers scattered around the room. That same ferrofluid, the big map in the center of the room that I described last time, is moving. There's people all around it, 4 people all around it, and they're sort of moving it, putting up that you can see these different, like, you know, blinking lights going on, all arcane, shaping out the map and topography of the land. And across the way, sitting in the same chair as he was, very grandiose chair, looking out on the panoramic floor-to-ceiling windows with an augmented view that spans across Zeroth, is Vendetta Faust, your new employer and founder of this adventuring group, of which, by the way, we still don't have a name. So we need to, at some point, come up with a name, because the adventure team was a bit sad. So,
I like it.
the Questers, I feel like that's like a, I don't know.
Faust's furries.
Perfect. Well, we've got it. You got it in one.
Maybe chat can give some suggestions.
Yeah, maybe we'll workshop that.
Faust Force 5.
Faust Force 5.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
We've got to think of branding, guys. You know, eventually it's going to end up on a t-shirt. So, so Faust Furries it is.
Oh no.
What have I done?
Oh,
We're all
no.
cosplaying next week, yeah?
Ah, hello there. Faust beckons you forward. Welcome. Thank you for answering your crystals so fast. We have a situation here in our very own city that I believe will be the perfect starting quest for our merry little band of problem solvers. Yes?
Sounds
Sure.
great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
So, I believe you know a woman by the name of Nix, a journalist in the lower city.
I don't.
Cat lady.
Yes. Yeah. Cat lady. We do.
Cat lady.
We
Yes.
met her in a bar.
Tabaxi is what we call them. They're not cat ladies, but yes, Tabaxi. 1 second, just need to hydrate.
Grishnak at this point is just looking around at everything, just with wide eyes, just like not really sure exactly what's happening, but
What's going on?
kind of going along with it for the moment.
Yeah, Aoife's just gone over to the window again, and she's just staring out at the view, the augmented view.
Yeah, so
Fascinated.
it's one of those things where it's just this huge panoramic, but as you look at it, you can kind of, instead of squinting your eyes, the panel almost like zooms in, and you can see wherever you're looking, to a certain extent. You can see all the way to Full Crest, everything like that. So as long as there aren't anything in the way, you can see there. Well, the thing is, she's gone missing. My voice has changed. She's gone missing. Now, I know that she was onto something, that Dr. Rushley, that foul man that you encountered and thankfully vanquished, took care of that problem for me, and I'm forever grateful. But in his corruptions, it seems he has set into motion something quite foul within the city. He opens up his hand, and there are, sure enough, 3 vials of what you remember finding in Dr. Rushley's cabinet drawers. It was this drug, a street drug, called Defiance.
I think Aoife's still got some.
Hell yeah, not anymore.
I can't remember who took it last time. I feel like it was Skira.
Skira took some.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Well, we'll deal with the consequences of that later. I think that if you can make contact with her, find her somehow. All we know is that she went missing. The last place she was seen was in the Sparkling Barrel, a local tavern that she was a patron of. I think if you can get back there, find information about where she is. She was onto something. She had filed a report with me, exposing Rushley, everything about Defiance. It truly is something that could destroy the city, so... Will you help me with this?
At this point, Grishnak has kind of zoned out a little bit and gone to stand next to Aoife because he didn't even look at this big panoramic, and he's just like, "Hey, you know what? I can see my house from here."
Oh, wow.
Yes, it's very impressive technology. Yes.
Sorry, what were you saying?
It's and it's all
We've
okay,
got to
by
go
the
to
way.
a tavern.
Yes. Lots of ale and hopefully some information.
And Mr. Faust, do you know if anybody else knew about the report that Nick's filed with you?
Not that I know of, no. She sent it on a secure line straight to me. Clever
Okay.
girl, actually. She sent it through the orb, the curator, which was that orb that brought you up to his... he sort of points to it over in the corner of the room, and it's ferrying itself around like a little floating droid, basically, that's like helping out. She sent the
Okay.
information straight through that, so I don't think anyone else could have seen it. But Rushley, I think Rushley may have, obviously knew that something was up, that someone was onto them.
Well, we got his thing, didn't we, last time?
You got his
So-
chronicle, yeah,
so-
and
I assume we returned that to Nix already.
you
That
tell
was
me.
our report.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
Somebody say
Surely.
Well,
Alex had it, and he's not here.
Well, what do you guys think from the would you have gone?
I mean,
back?
it sounds like if she's filed a report, we would have returned that chronicle to her.
Yeah.
Otherwise, she wouldn't have had the information.
That's
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking, that you just would have done
Yeah.
it because that's what you all said you would, and it made sense.
And we're trustworthy.
Sometimes.
Well, it sounds like there's only one thing for it then. Sparkling barrel.
To the tavern.
Before you go, do check in with the curator over there. It has some supplies for you. And if you need to contact me at all, I'll be on the crystal. Crystal in this sort of universe is, imagine your mobile phone, like a tablet communicator. Doesn't work telepathically. You have to speak to it, and it's information stores, stuff like that. So if I say crystal, that's what I mean.
Okay.
You say crystal, you mean iPad.
Well, more handheld though. More like a
really small iPad.
It's like in any kind of like fantasy or sci-fi thing, they have something that is super advanced, but actually is worse than just a normal. Like I forgot what I was watching the other day, but they had like a holographic screen, and I was like, that would be horrible to work with. Like everything's blue and faded. But it is.
Blazing Grog has already forgotten why he came into this room, or who any of you are, but seems really excited about the idea of picking up gear and going to a tavern.
All right.
It's really good there, Blazing Grog. Some great drinks.
Come on, tiny human. Let's go see what this curator.
Rail.
Okay, and the quest begins. You guys, as you're getting towards the lift here, this curator orb comes up to you and sort of deposits out onto a tray these pills that are like little square, they're like rupees. They look like little gems, but they have the kind of international symbol for what would be a potion on them. It looks like you've got a couple. You've got two just standard healing potions and a potion of heroism,
Ooh.
which is a cool blue colour. They work just like regular potions, by the way. They're just flavoured with a cool steampunk vibe.
So we've got three
Per
potions.
person.
You've got two healing potions. Sorry, not per person. It is just giving the team a couple of healing potions and a potion of heroism.
Okay.
Well,
Aoife takes them and... Oh, I was going to give one to each of you.
I already have a potion of healing and a
I
potion.
won't need one. I'll be fine.
I've got aid spells. Although I can't really do that on myself, can I?
You can do it on yourself, yeah.
Oh, can I? Okay.
Aoife gives a potion of healing to Blazing Grog and then
Huzzah.
keeps the other two for herself.
Okay, where do I put this?
So you go to... good question. Let me just extend
Also,
this.
Aoife, I believe it's pronounced Blazin Grog.
Blazing Grog. Apologies.
I didn't want to be that guy.
You go to equipment, Martin, and then you go manage equipment, add items, and then you can just write in that search bar, healing,
Add items.
potion of healing, and then add that.
Just the one, yeah? 3 of... Oh, yeah, there we go. Got it.
So that potion of heroism, I'll just let you know what that does for the team. For 1 hour after drinking it, you gain 10 temporary hit points that last for 1 hour. For the same duration, you are under the effect of the bless. You are under the effect of the bless spell. No concentration required. This blue potion bubbles and steams as if it is boiling, but it's in a little tablet. So yeah, so the bless spell, if you don't remember, that is that you get to add a d4 to your d20 rolls, effectively.
Okay. Fab.
So that's a good one. Who's currently got that? Aoife.
Me.
Okay. I also, by the way, just as a little home rule, I'm totally fine with, you know, in the heat of battle, an incidental could be throwing a potion to a mate. Like, oh my god, I've got those. So long as you're not, it's impossible that you could get it across the room or something like that. But if it's, oh, we're just a few feet away, I'm not going to go, well, roll and see if it smashes on the floor. Like, we're doing an action film. We're not in the middle of, you know, it's fine.
Yeah.
I want the cool moment where they throw the magazine to each other and they go, thanks, buddy. You know.
I thought we were doing a drama.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Oh,
This is a comedy.
it's definitely not that.
Oh, man. Let me write up a new character.
Womp womp. Okay. So
Sparkling barrel.
you guys, the camera pans out. We see the sign, the beautiful sign with all arcane flourishes going around it. It's dusk. The sun is setting, so you can really see the beautiful hints of colours all around here in this part of town. And yeah, the sign for the sparkling barrel, and you guys walk in through the doors.
Amazing. Maybe we should go and find Jimmy, the barman that we met last time. He seemed to know a lot.
Jimmy!
And we can get a drink while we're at it.
Can't say I've ever been in here before.
Hey, what about this? My favorite characters. I mean, customers. Well, 2 of them.
Little Jim Bob. How
It's
are
Jimmy.
you today?
It's your friend Jimmy, you know?
Johnny.
Jimmy, it's Jimmy.
that's
Don't
the
worry,
one.
everyone does that. What can I get you? And you got some new friends.
Blazing God tries to sort of peer above the bar, which is not designed for short people.
Oh, it's okay, buddy. He hits a button on the back of the bar, and the bar goes and comes down like a standing desk, just goes and comes down. So now it's perfect height for you.
Ah.
No, it's really low down.
Oh, sorry about that. And he smacks it again, and it comes up really high.
Also, my voice changed. I don't know why.
Oh, I'll do that. Don't worry. What can I get you? Some fairy liquid for the lady?
Very liquid, please. That would be great. Yeah.
Let's do it. Hell's yes.
What's this fairy liquid?
Oh, it's the classiest drink we do. It comes in a ye old martini glass. And it's all green, and it's made from crushed fairies. I'm just kidding. It's not made from crushed fairies. It's mostly
5%
apple
crushed
juice.
berries. Wouldn't it be steam? Isn't Faust still steampunk?
Did Faust did he give us any money to buy drinks and stuff?
I don't know about you, but he gave me 50 gold pieces.
Same.
Gave
Grishnak,
me.
here you
I feel like that's a
go.
bit of a...
You
Here's
guys get
some.
paid.
Yes, certainly. So I should have said you would have all got a stipend of 1,000 gold
Whoa!
as a join-up fee.
I mean,
Yeah,
I was just trying to get 50.
I
Is
know.
that per diem? Or...
That's not a per diem. A sign-up boon for being part of the Questers is 1,000 gold.
Oh, lovely.
Okay.
Well, Jimmy, what does 1,000 gold pieces get me?
Jimmy, I'll have one of those fairy liquids as well, please.
All right, and you, sir.
I'll go for a fairy liquid to clear out the pipes.
That is fantastic. And yeah, he turns around, spins around, all these barrels with tubes coming down. He pumps out these fairy liquids, puts them out, one for himself. Let's do this. It's that kind of bar.
Yummy.
You know, I love it when you guys come by. You know, anyone who's in the books with Faust, they always spend well here.
Jimmy, it's really, really nice to see you, and thank you for the fairy liquid. It's so lovely. But we do need some more information this time, like we did last time.
Well, that's okay. It's kind of my thing.
You remember Nick, the Baxi?
lady.
The
Miss
cat
Bertie?
woman? Yeah, I remember her. Beautiful woman. And yes, so sad what happened, you know.
Oh.
Well, she stopped coming. I always hate it when we lose a customer. You know, I don't know why. If I said something wrong, my voice is changing as I speak. If I said something wrong, but I always hate losing customers. She ain't been in for ages. So sad.
Oh, when was the
That's
last
the
time
woman
we saw?
Faust looking for, isn't it?
What was that?
That's the woman Faust is looking for, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Well done, Blazing Grog.
Faust is looking
coincidence.
for Nix, the journalist, the writer. You
Well-
guys look around, and actually you see that it is a bit more. You've only really noticed now because Jimmy's so lively, but there is a different tone to the room. It's a bit quieter than it was last time, and it just feels a bit melancholy in here. Not as lively.
Is it always this dead in here?
Well, no. Just, everyone the other night, we had such a good time. But then there's been some strange goings on, and people just keep leaving. They're not coming round anymore. I don't know why.
And as Grishnak takes some sips of his fairy liquid.
Oh, yeah, it's real sweet.
He's going to look around across the bar, see if there's anyone that... I mean, he's never been in here before, but just from the people that are in here, if there is anyone that's maybe sat on their own, or that's doesn't look like they belong in this particular area, like if there's specifically if there's someone just sort of sat on their own, or if there's anyone that's like in the corners looking from the shadows kind of thing, just kind of keeping
That's
keeping
Strider. That's Strider.
Yeah. Someone whose faces glows when they
Yeah.
take a puff on their pipe.
He's probably the heir to the throne or something.
Oh, oof.
What? Spoiler. Sorry.
Yeah, spoiler. Someone
Spoiler
might
for
not see.
Spoiler for Fellowship of the Ring.
Oh, I was going to say we hadn't said what it was yet, so we don't even spoil it.
Roll me up a. Do you need a perception check for that? Give me an insight check. You're gonna see what you're gonna see, but then let's see how much extra you get.
Oh, for God's sake!
I'll bring up the roller. I can't see it.
It's not great.
A 7.
Oh.
Wait, was it a 7?
6.
Yeah, it was 7.
It was.
Basically, I've rolled twice using D&D Beyond so far, and both times it's rolled a 4, so it's going well.
Well, I have went on the back end and made that. Great. I have full control.
I'll have to
over
get my real
everyone.
dice out. Is that what's going to happen? Yeah.
Yeah, you look around the room. You see this one person. You can't see any real markings on them. Just sat in the corner. Everyone's kind of just feels like they're just they're a bit melancholy. It's a bit down, fewer people. But there is this one person, sure enough, at the end of the bar. They're sort of leant over, been nursing a drink since you've been in there. And you kind of get the sense that, and even you as a group now, that Grishnak, you kind of get the sense that he's listening in.
Okay. Can I just
nudge over towards, slide over towards.
Just nudge over and just to sort of lean up next to him and go, all right, mate. Tough day, eh? Can I get you a drink?
And he sort of brings down he's had this big like collar up that he's been kind of trying to move away from you, and as you kind of sit, he kind of turns away. He's like, yeah, I suppose I'll take a drink. Yeah, no, not fairy liquid though. I ate that. Just some
It's
brewing.
fine. It's quite nice.
Listen, I ain't much for making friends, all right?
It's fine. I just wanted to look out for me fellow patron, Jimmy, whatever this take a look. Is it
Oh, it's just like a bog standard looking amber ale. Like,
okay? Amber ale for this gentleman?
yeah, of course. And he pours it, slides it over, and he takes hold of it. Takes a huge gulps. Half of that pint's gone straight away. Oh, thanks.
Oh, you're welcome.
I ain't seen many. What are you, like a half orc man?
Sure. Apparently, I'm half orc. Yeah, that's what I'm told.
I ain't seen that.
No, we don't see many. Don't see many of us around here.
I met a lot of
that's true.
orcs though, and I've killed a lot of orcs.
Really?
Yeah, loads of them. Loads of them.
Oh, amazing. Oh, that's funny.
So yeah, as you're here, you don't need any insight to check that this guy is a cretin. He is horrible, and he's just giving off all the wrong signals. Aggressive kind of guy.
How big is he?
Now you're up closer to him. He's not as big as you. He's not like really, massive. But yeah, he's stocked. He's a stocky guy.
I put a hand on his shoulder and say, "How's it going here, Grishnak?"
The guy like that. Oh wait, did you put your hand on whose shoulder?
On his shoulder.
On this guy. Okay, yeah.
I'm aiming for intimidation
Yes.
because I just found out I have +6.
You saunter over there and think, I think I might be good at intimidating people. Yaramir catches a vision of himself in a mirror and goes, wow, I'm fucking grotesque. I am so intimidating. I'm a bull, man.
I'm just trying to make friends here, and tells me he's killed a lot of orcs. Isn't that funny?
Blazing Grog waddles over and
hilarious.
looks up from the knees and says, "So you think you're better than us for not drinking this cleaning liquid, eh?"
Well, I just, it's a bit too sweet for me. I'll get it for my girlfriend, but I wouldn't get it for me. Do you know what I mean?
Listen to you, little shit.
Wait, who's doing the intimidate?
This is great. No, go for it. Go for it. Go for it, Blazing Grog.
This is a man's drink.
Okay, I love this. What is it then?
Come down here and say that.
he moves the stool out, comes right down to you, and then goes, "All right then, let's drink for it, shall we? See who the real man is."
Do it.
Aoife's just
For whoever the man is, that's how people think,
Okay.
right?
Aoife still stood
I've been
where
drunk for 500 years.
Aoife still stood where we were before, kind of rolling her eyes a bit, and she leans over to Jimmy and she says, "Who is that guy that they're talking to? Do you know?"
He kind of looks a bit nervous and says, "I don't know. I don't get involved. I don't get involved with him. Sorry."
I want to drink him under the table. Can I drink him under the table?
You can. Basically, this is going to be a who can drink the fastest of this fairy liquid. So we'll do a con save, shall we?
Yeah. How do I do that?
So you've got up in the top
Constitution.
Constitutions. Let's do should we do not a saving throw? Just do a straight up con check, and I'll do a contested one with you.
Did I do it? Oh no! I pressed the button and nothing happened.
I'm gonna say that you can actually
okay.
right click it, mate, and you get to roll with advantage. Oh, what did you roll?
Oh, nice.
Oh, hold on.
Right,
That
anyway.
didn't update on my little thingy.
It's there
There you go.
now.
A 21. You don't need to roll with advantage, do you?
Doing this for 500 years. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. You had advantage. 500 years of drinking.
I was drunk when I walked in here.
So you slam down these drinks. To have to go like go, and then Jimmy's lined up another
taking
one.
them from the bar, just passing them down.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
And then he,
That all you got?
couple of pints
Come
in,
on.
he cannot do it. Yeah, you just smash out an extra pint, and he's okay. The camera kind of cuts back, and he's a bit more like a bit out of it. He's feeling a bit worse for wear. And then, let's say at that moment that Yaramir, you come over and slam your hand down. Do you want to roll up an intimidation on him?
For a second time. Intimidation. I'm gonna roll poorly. Oh, God. 14.
14.
It's so close.
Good work.
Being a 20.
Okay. He rolled with his disadvantage, so he looks up and he's quite startled. What are your words? What are you saying to him?
How's it going, small fellow?
He kind of looks up and he sort of looks around at all of you now. He's realising, it's starting to click in his head that you're all kind of together, and this is not just an annoyance that he is in a bad situation if he wants to kick up. Right, well, I don't want any trouble, do I? It's all right.
We just need information.
Yeah, you're all Faust Corp, aren't you? You're the corporates, the suits.
I mean, we're freelance. I don't wear a suit.
Yeah, but you're on his dime, aren't you?
I'm gonna kneel down next to him so that I'm more face to face. Listen, like sometimes in these situations, like there's like a good cop and a bad cop, right? I was trying to be good cop, and now you kind of messed it up. So now you got to deal with the bad cop. Sorry, mate, can't help you. And just gonna back away so if there are any future checks or intimidations that he might have to make, he can, might add to that a little bit.
He's had bad cop, good cop, drunk cop.
I'm gonna stand by the bar and drink the rest of my fairy liquid and.
Listen, all right. You after Nyx, yeah? I heard you talking about Nyx.
Yeah, the cat lady.
Well, you know where's she
That's
gone?
the woman that Faust was talking about, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's Faust's fault, isn't it? He's the one spreading all this stuff in the city. Everyone's got to be on, defiance or whatever it is. Now she's gone.
Hang on.
Where's she gone?
Aoife walks towards you as she hears you say that, and she says, "What did you say there? Defiance, and everybody's on it. What do you mean?"
Yeah, it's this new drug everyone's taking, and it's spreading like wildfire. Makes you feel great, apparently. But, then everyone's started clearing out. Nyx was onto something big. I work for
you know where we can get it?
Defiance.
Well, if you can't help us, then maybe we go to the source of this defiance, and maybe they can help us.
Well, I mean, yeah, that'd be great, and you could find Nyx. She owes me money, actually. But I work with her sometimes, and she went missing, didn't she? No one's heard from her. But
that's why we're here. Yeah.
Oh, I've really got this up, and because I thought that you were enemies, but actually we're friends. I think we might be after the same thing, because I'm after Nyx.
I'll drink to that.
You're trying to find
I've done it
Nick.
again. My abrasive disposition has made me enemies.
Listen, it's all right. It's all right. It happens to the best of us. Just have another drink.
Thank you, friend.
It'll be all right.
Thank you, friend.
Don't worry about it. Fairy
Your
liquid?
Yaramir's grip, him losing this sort of going into himself. Your grip, Yaramir, tightens on his shoulder. He goes, "Oh yeah, okay. So I did see. Yeah, I saw. I think I might know some. I've got some information. All right. It's all I've got. It's the only lead. I couldn't go out after it on my own. But listen, I saw on our way home the other night. I saw Nyx, and these two fellas came up to her. They started pushing her around. I just left, to be honest. I didn't want to get involved. And but I saw that one of them had. Sorry.
He said you're a coward. I don't believe that you killed any orcs.
He starts like welling up, like he's been exposed. Like, oh no, I should have stayed. I should have done something.
What did the men look like?
Well, I didn't get a good look, but one of them I saw his. Well, I didn't get a good look at both of them, but I saw one of them, and I recognise him. He's a bank teller at that bank, the one that's just closed down. He used to work there.
Oh, do you
What
know his
bank
name?
is that?
It's just up the road. It'll be on your crystals. It's like it's still probably on there. Only closed down the other week.
a race, a basic description of this?
Yeah, yeah. He's just a human, human bloke, and the other one slightly slighter.
Human bloke?
Yeah,
Human bloke? I've not heard of that before.
like a bloke.
Gazer.
Oh man. Yeah, sorry.
I was about to ask what your name was, but I don't think I care.
Scrub.
Human bloke.
Grub.
Scrub.
Grub.
Scrub.
Fitting. Fitting.
Grab, grab.
So when did you say you saw Nyx with these men?
Oh, last time we saw us a couple of nights ago, just after it's only last week when everything went down with the planar event, and just a couple of nights ago.
And do you know if anybody's been to Nyx, where Nyx lives, and checked it out? Had a look if there were any signs of struggle or anything like that?
I wouldn't know any of that. Maybe the guard had. Well, no, I mean, who knows? Only Faust knows she's missing, right? We just haven't seen her in here. We assume she just not been in. But I'm the one who saw that maybe something had happened.
Hey.
Have you told anyone else about this?
No, that's why I thought, because I thought you guys might have been in on it or something. That's why I was listening in, all discreet like.
How long ago did this bank close?
A couple of weeks ago.
Is the building empty?
Oh, I don't know, mate.
Why don't you know?
Because I've been in here wallowing, mate. I'm not some sort of omnipotent being that knows everything about your adventures.
No, you're a grub, and we're off.
Oh.
Hearing this, Grishnak tries his very best to chug the rest of his fairy liquid, and so it comes out of his nose, and he's like,
Happens to the best of us, buddy. All right, and you guys.
I say we go break into this bank.
I agree. It's the.
Sorry, one sec. I will say, Jimmy says, if you were thinking about, I heard you say about her place. I've had to call her a arcane horseman to take her home at night. Let's think of a name for that app. Something based on Uber. Damn it. Anyway. Yeah, he's got her address. Magic cabs.
Oh yeah, you got it.
I got her. Here's her address. I can send it over to you if you think it'll help.
Well, maybe we should see if there's anything there, any clues.
Wait, so where are we going?
I think I'd prefer going to Nyx's place first.
Okay.
Before trying to break into a bank. Breaking into a bank just seems a little bit wrong to me. You know, it is a bank after all. Even if there's there, I suppose.
Grishnak, you're new to this, but you have a point. So maybe we should go to Nyx's first.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't she the woman that Faust's looking for?
Every time he says that, Grishnak has this wait, is she?
Yeah.
Kind of look on his face of wait, what?
Blazing Grog is perpetually confused, but just very grateful to be included.
So Jimmy, can you order us a magic cab to Nyx's place then?
I thought you'd left, but
Oh.
The fact that Jimmy goes, I thought you left.
Oh, sorry, I thought you'd left. But yeah, of course. Absolutely.
My headcanon is now that Jimmy only does this voice when they're in the tavern. Otherwise, he talks completely differently.
Yeah, he tries it out with like every new girl he meets. He puts on a fun voice. Yeah, of course. You don't have the app? We should get you the app, but it's fine. I'll give you my referral code. And then, sure enough, you open up and you get 50 silver off your next Magicab ride. This Jetsons-like steampunky vehicle lands down in front of the bar, of the tavern, and you guys, are you getting in? And it asks you for a prompt of the address. You've got, classic like video game stuff of like one marker says the bank and the other one says Nix's place.
Oh, how much was all the drinks, by the way?
Do you know what? We never really go into how much drinks
I think
are.
the other guy paid for it because he lost.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, okay. I was gonna like.
Oh yeah, so maybe I'll curb
Very
what I said
good.
before. Maybe 900 gold. I love that when I said 1,000 gold because I'm quite loose with that kind of stuff. And Matt's eyes of like, what my party would do with 1,000 gold.
Yeah, they would. They'd have a field day.
Right.
So Aoife just jumps right into the Magicab and sits down.
So yeah, these like pleather sort of seats in the back. There's no driver of this thing. There's no one in there. It's obviously automated, magical transportation.
I'll wait for Blazing Grog to get in before I try and squeeze in.
Blazing Grog shuffles in and leans over to Aoife and says, "Are we going to the cinema?"
And Aoife says, "I don't know what a cinema is."
Squeeze in.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say like for the sake of this, that you could that you will be able to get into this thing. It's a big, it's not like getting into an actual cab. This is a big vehicle designed for big creatures of all sizes.
Nice. You'll get in.
Yarmir, have a look at the screen and see how we do this.
So yeah, you got
I'm in the back.
This house.
Nix's house. It is. We see it glide off into this steampunk night. It's now getting towards night time. This vision of you going through the sea. I'd say that, but it's a bit more like putt-putt. It's a bit more like Fifth Element style. I only know 2 languages, lady. English and bad English. It's that kind of vibe.
You said it was Jetsons, but steampunk.
Yeah, I know, but I've realised that this isn't steampunk. Jetsons isn't steampunk. Okay, you sorry, let me.
Well, this is not Flintstones and steampunk.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd all be like. Just...
Yeah.
Right, you arrive. By the way, so just to give you a vision of this, you are in the lower city. The spire is in the centre, and it is gargantuan as we've described. There are these arcane lights everywhere. Blasts of steam going off, the classics. And you... there are these high-rise rails that just lead all throughout. This cab is weaving in and out of and through round big buildings. But as you're going sort of... It isn't like this huge city, like as in... trying to describe it. They're not all just giant buildings. It's not like necessarily like a New York kind of thing. It's more like there are suburbs and then this one giant spire, basically. But there are these high-rise rails and things like that. You guys settle down. It's an apartment, a small apartment, a group of apartments here. You guys get up and towards, and there, sure enough, is her number 7 of this suite, of this apartment. You look at the front door. There's no signs of any kind of forced entry or anything.
Can I? No, sorry, I won't ask you the question. I try and get a sense of what might be on the other side.
Perception check.
Ooh. 14.
You don't hear... 14. One sec. You can't hear anything on the other side of the door. There's a brush of a moment where you're like, something feels off, but you don't know if it's your intuition just kicking in or what it is.
Do we see any windows from where we are? Is there a way to get around the back to possibly see if there's like a back way in, anything like that?
Absolutely, yeah. She's ground floor, so yeah, you can get in round. There's 2 main windows, and then around the side there's another, and a back entrance round there.
Have a look through the windows, see if there's any lights on or movement or
as you put
any kind of signs of anyone being at home.
Okay, cool. Yeah, as you get close and you sort of put your head up, looking through. Are you looking through the window?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you do that, you sort of rest your hand on the window and it opens slightly, and you look around and see that this edge here has been smacked in, wood
Been forced open.
splintered. Yeah. Roll me a perception.
Ooh. Oh. Oof. Okay. Well.
A 10. You don't see anyone or anything in there, but just looking in, you can see that there is disruption in this room. Certainly, not like loads. Just looks like not like an animal's been in there or anything, but just cupboards are open, things like that.
And it's still dark on the inside, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no lights are on.
I'll look back to the others. Guys, looks like the window's open. Looks like maybe it's been opened from outside rather than inside.
Do you think it's safe to go in?
Maybe.
Blazing Grog would fit through that window. Just throw him in. See what happens.
Yeah, toss me through the window and I'll come and open the door.
Just grab him and.
Yeah. Blazing Grog, you find yourself rolling across the floor in this place and look around. It's pretty dark in here. I can't remember if or not you have dark vision, but I think as a hill dwarf you do, don't you?
I do have dark vision, yeah.
Yeah, so you can see it as dim light in here to you. But the only illumination in the room currently is from perfect. Is from like the street lights, things like that.
Okay. I would like to investigate the immediate area for potential traps.
Okay.
And I believe I have a dungeon delver feat, which gives me an advantage on investigation checks.
All right. Let's do that then.
Do that.
Yeah. So you right click on the go to your thing, go to the skill part, the skill check part, and you'll see all these your bonuses here. Right click on investigation, and then
on the
click
number next to it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what yours is. And then click advantage.
While he's in there, can I do a perimeter check? Just to kind of check around the outside of the building, just in case there's any other kind of signs. Maybe there's people lying in ambush, that kind of thing.
Cool. Yeah. Roll me up a perception check, and we'll get back to that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anything that may have previously have been obvious to Blazing Grog has been missed because of how drunk he is.
Well, a 12. So a 12, and that was with the advantage, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So maybe having a bunch of drinks in the pub before at a quest wasn't the best plan.
No regrets.
No. You are looking around this place, Blazing Grog in there. You can just see like cupboards are open, clothes have been spilled out. Someone's clearly been looking for something in this room. Just nothing's been wrecked. But yeah, something's going on. But you don't detect any traps, or anything untoward. Are you opening the door for the others?
Yeah.
So sure enough, Blazing Grog opens the door. Aoife and Yaramir, you can come on in if you want.
Go in.
Grishnak, you see someone on the opposite street corner, and they've been looking at all of you. Really short stature, sort of beady eyes looking out of a cloak, and there's two people there, and then they dart away. As soon as they see you, they just vanish into shadows.
Okay. Does one of them look like a human bloke?
No, you would say they're definitely either gnomish or halfling. They're very short stature.
Okay, very, very short. Okay.
Yeah, or goblin, something like that, something of short stature.
I'm going to yell to the others that I've spotted something. But when you hear him yell, most of the time when he's talking, he's quite polite and quite high pitched and stuff. You suddenly hear a yell. He's like, "I'm going after these two," and you just hear boom, 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 boom as he sort of starts pelting
barreling
off
down the road.
Yeah,
okay.
Basically.
Aoife runs over to the window to look and see what's going on.
Yeah, you see him just barreling across the street. Two carts are coming along as he goes, and he just and they brake just in time. He just dead-eye runs straight down the corridor, straight down this alleyway, and vanishes into shadow.
Is he going back to the tavern?
Okay.
I have a look around the room to see what I can see.
Okay, bear with me 1 second. I just need to look this bit up. Sorry.
Well, that means something's happening.
A giant sandworm bursts through the floor. If you could hear the music I've got on, it's so intriguing. It's so full of intrigue.
We are intrigued.
That's funny because all I can hear is the magic roundabout thing.
Over and over and over again.
You just got to hydrate.
Oh.
Narkills.
Oh,
here?
Jameson's here.
He's in.
Hello.
Internet's back then. Oh, maybe he's on 4G or something. So, we zoom in. You're looking around the room. Aoife, Yaramir, what did you do? Did you stay? Have you come inside, or did you go with Grishnak?
No, I came in. Came inside.
You came inside. Yeah, great. So it's just little old Grishnak all alone.
I think he can handle some halflings.
Let's hope so. Otherwise, that's going to be very embarrassing.
Looking around the room, as I say, drawers open. I'm not going to get you to roll a perception check. You guys take a bit of time in here, really sort of look through. A couple of minutes, I'm talking about. You notice all of her clothes are still here. All of her belongings. It doesn't look like a bag's been packed, anything like that. Forced entry. Coming inward. So, yeah, as in, yeah, it's been forced in, not out. You look through and you can see that it looks as if they were after a specific thing. Papers have been opened up, binders with all papers and parchment, crystals smashed that have obviously been looked through, chronicles, those kinds of things. And then you see several vials of the same drug, Defiance, that you guys have got, that are after. That green and gold trimmed swirl on the edge of the vial. Opened, drank.
Is there any left?
There's one of them that is ready to go.
I might have some.
All right. Yeah. So you pop the lid on it, give it a smell. Yeah, are you letting the others know that you're doing this?
No.
No. You've just taken yourself off to a dark little corner.
Yeah.
You take a sniff of it, woo, and then drink it. It tastes like licorice, like aniseed, like really lovely. Hits you hard in the chest. Roll a d6 for me. 2 d6s.
2 d6s.
Yeah.
Just before he swigged it, Aoife went, "No, don't."
Well, I don't know. He said he took himself away, right?
She saw.
So a 6 and a 5. You feel, Blazing Grog, like your charisma just got. If you had a stat range for your core attributes of your being, your force of will has just. You get a little +1 to your charisma.
Nice.
And your
How do I do
wisdom,
that?
you feel slightly wiser. You feel like your brain, not like limitless level, but you've kind of like, whoa, you're kind of getting stuff back. I think this is quite thematic that as you take this, you get this flashback of the realm of Mechanus, law and order, machines everywhere, cogs, wheels forming perfectly engineered into place. It's like the earth has split open and you're like, whoa.
There.
You see these automatons come towards you, Blazing Grog, and a hand reaches out. Find us. The vision fades. You're back in the room. You feel elevated. You're feeling good. You're buzzing.
Right. What are we doing, guys?
What just happened to you?
I just went on a little time trip. Went back in time for a little bit. Saw a few things.
What did you see?
Anything?
It doesn't make any sense.
I saw Mechanus, and I saw the Modrons of Mechanus, and I saw a hand reach out, say something that I couldn't quite hear because the stream cut out.
It's my mic. Whenever I speak in that voice, no one can hear me. It's fine.
But it was pretty epic.
And it's very confusing.
Oh yeah.
Blazing Grog, with your new found awareness, you take a glance across the room, and suddenly you realise that directly in the centre of the room is an arcane scrying orb. Somehow you've managed to miss it, but it's something that you as a sorcerer would know is something that's like you'd leave behind in order to see into that room.
Uh-oh.
I'll go and grab it.
You pick it up, look into it, the swirling mists within, and you attune yourself with it. Let's do an Arcana check. Oh yeah, we see the mists swirling. Your newfound mind on overtime. You get just a glimmer. This isn't how this technology is supposed to work, but somehow you're managing to kind of push back against it and view through to the viewer. You just get an instant glimpse of a gnome.
A gnome.
A gnome, bushy mustache, and he goes like that, and then puts his hand over, and it fizzles out.
Nice try, little friend.
We cut over to Grishnak, who's running full pelt down this alleyway. You get to the edge. Roll me a perception check.
Ooh. Oh. Oh man.
They were ahead of you. You're trying to find out which way they went.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh dear.
An 11. Sorry, yeah. What we should get in the habit of is we call out what our numbers are, so that people who
11.
aren't, so
Yeah.
we can hear what we're rolling. So
Yeah.
perception check rolled. Oh, remember, mate. Oh, I was gonna say to do not just a D20, but you don't have a plus or a minus to your perception check.
Nope.
Hence why it is just that. I was confused.
That's why it's just a D20.
It's just a random shot in the dark.
Yeah.
Looking around, you just catch the edge of a robe. Left, they went left. You dart round there.
Yep. Gonna keep going after him.
Give me an athletics check.
Now that I'm much better at.
Uh,
Okay. Oh, it was. I thought it was a 16, but it's not. It was a 6. So 14.
That beats them. You barrel round the corner, and there's a fence, and these guys are trying to get up and over it. One's on the other one's shoulders. Get up! Get up! Get up!
How big is this fence?
Oh, it's like a 10-footer. It's pretty big. For them, it's
Okay,
like
what
scaling.
does it look like it's made of?
Like a not iron or anything. It looks like chain link, the equivalent of a chain link fence.
Can I just run? Can I just take shield off?
Yeah.
Rip shield up in front of me and just run straight into them and push them, sort of flatten them into the fence and take the
100%.
fence with me.
Yeah, definitely. You just everything comes down in one go, and then it wraps up and around you. The chain link fence. You roll out of this thing, stand back up, and now we see them two. These two. One drops his hood. It's clearly a gnome. The other one's a halfling. And they're trapped and wrapped up in this chain link fence.
I'm just gonna go and sit on the chain link fence, just for a moment, just to catch my breath and to kind of squish them just a little bit. Just to kind of just until I get my breath back.
Ouch! Please, sir. We just wanted defiance. Ow! Do you have any defiance?
Well, actually, I'd have quite a lot of defiance. Yeah, you could say that, but probably not the same sort of defiance you're thinking of.
Oh.
No.
I
Hang
mean,
on a
the
minute.
drug, we
still
need it.
still need to catch my breath. Hang on a minute.
Are we saying that the others are now coming to meet you, or are you guys doing anything more in the house?
I mean, Aoife takes a quick look around and to see if there is anything more to see.
I would say there is not.
Okay.
Nothing more than what
Well-
you've already found.
Well, then in that case, Aoife heard a big smash and said to everybody, I think maybe we should go and see if Grishnak's okay.
Let's go.
Okay, yeah. So the camera kind of, the way I see it is, we get that moment. It's like not the kind of we just want defiance, and then it cuts over to you guys. Shh, you hear the smash. Okay, let's go. You guys come back over. Have you got defiance? And as they turn to look at you, Aoife, your kind of glow that you're kind of, you kind of give off this little glow around you. That light casts down in this dark alleyway and illuminates their faces for the first time. You see that they are melting. They look like a wax candle. Please, we need just defiance, please.
Wow.
We
You
went.
are really ugly.
We went to the bank, and then we couldn't get in. We tried. We even said the password, but they wouldn't let us in because we didn't have any defiance on us.
Krishnak's gonna stand up and unravel the chain link fence. He's beginning to feel a little bit sorry for them now, but not that much.
So they kind of sit up and put.
You
hold
guys
their
are
knees.
seeing this too, right? This is.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm not just hallucinating this.
Having a bad trip.
Just
No,
checking.
we're definitely
Yeah.
seeing this. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What's the
Wait, what
password for
password?
the bank?
Well, I'm not. We're not supposed to say. But will you get us
Wait, password?
defiance?
Yeah, we'll give you some defiance.
I'll
If you tell us the password.
We'll tell you it if you promise to come back with defiance.
We promise.
Okay. Well, I'm just looking it up. 1 second. I'm only kidding. It's defiance is all.
Defiance is
Defiance
all. And you said from the bank. Does that mean they're running this defiance business from the bank then?
All I know is that's where we get it from.
Okay.
You just got to say that they'll say about the cashier, and then you got to say the password, and they let you in. But you've got to have defiance. You got to show that you got the vials of it. But I lost ours, and now we can't get more.
You have to have defiance to get defiance.
Yeah.
Can they be empty?
Makes no
Money.
sense.
Well, because then you can't be like a city guard or a sky rider or anything, can you? If you got the drug.
Is it like
It's gonna like prop them up and start patting them down, and then if he can't find anything, he's just literally gonna grab them by the ankles and just shake them and see if anything falls out their pockets, just to see if they do have anything like that on them or anything that they are sort of holding out on us.
Yeah, 500 gold pieces dropped from. No,
I'm not looking for money necessarily, but like
sure enough, you pick this guy up, shake him out. Nothing falls out. This is a street urchin kind of vibe. Nothing on him. A small dagger will fall out, but that's about it.
Will they accept empty vials?
Holding them with one arm.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they do. Yeah. As I say, we lost ours.
Okay, well, and then I turn to Blazing Grog and say, weren't there some empty vials in Nix's place?
Yes, empty.
Did you take?
They were all empty.
Yeah.
When we got there wasn't any of them that had anything in them whatsoever.
I
They're
thought
all
so.
Completely empty.
I thought so. Great. Well, we can get in using those, can't we?
Let's do it.
While I've got this halfling up in the air. So, do you see who broke into that place before we got there?
Sorry, I didn't hear that because I was looking at the chat and people were saying they can't hear the music. Wait. Wait. I'm sorry.
Password.
I'm breaking the fourth wall. Wait.
The music sorted? Do you want me to wait till you got the music
Wait,
sorted?
okay, let me sort the music. I don't hear the music. Sometimes it isn't on. Sorry, is that why? It's probably because I mentioned that it's intrigue music. Can you hear it now, everyone? Here you go. I'm really nervous that I make it way too loud. That's my problem.
It's fine.
Okay, sorry. What was your question?
Okay, he's holding this halfling up. Did you see who broke into their apartment before we turned up?
I can't say. I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that.
Just gonna flick him in the nose.
By the way, the melt, it was down this way, but where they're upside down, it's all folded. Now it's melting the other way.
I'm gonna flick him in the nose and then go.
Ugh.
Come on now, you can tell me.
Let's do an intimidation check with advantage.
Ooh, okay.
Who are they more scared of? Oh, you.
Ooh,
23.
yeah.
That's just flicking his nose.
I think even I'm a little bit scared.
And holding him upside down.
Oh, well, yeah, I suppose I am holding him upside down.
I don't know for sure, and he'd kill me if he found out. But I think it was the cashiers and the cashiers' men. I think they've done it. I think they're after that woman, that cat lady who lived in there. She had loads. We saw her around. She was asking loads of questions about Defiance. And then they've got her, haven't they?
You know that for sure, that they've got her?
Well, we had a look in there and we couldn't see anything.
Did you take anything?
No, we didn't take anything. We saw that other people were being. We were gonna go in, and then we saw other people, and then we left. Oh,
Do I believe what he's telling me?
Insight check.
Because I'm not sure about these guys. Oh, yep.
A 10.
10. I thought it was a 1 for a second. I was like, no.
You think they're on the level? Yeah, absolutely. We saw that scrying orb and thought best not do anything with it. That's exactly the kind of thing a cashier would do.
All right. Just drop him. Just let go.
Oh! Smacks into the ground, and they're just sort of like whimpering. And one picks up the other and they kind of skulk off.
Oh, sounds like we need to go and check out this bank then, guys.
Let's do
The bank.
Did anybody write down that password?
Yes. Well,
the
no,
passphrase.
I didn't write it down. It's in here.
Password? Someone say something about a password?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally got that too. Yep.
Don't you worry, Grishnak. It's all up here. I've got it.
He starts looking at like on top of your head and in your hair, just very confused.
Oh gosh, I'm turning up, Joe. Sorry. Oh gosh, look at that. There we go. Secrets behind the screen. Okay. I think that's a great place. So you get back in the cab. You click. Hey, thanks for the sub, Narkills. You get back into the magic cab, and then pop into the sky. You click the nav point, presumably for the bank.
To the bank.
Is it possible to get somewhere that's not actually at the bank and maybe just like one
Go on
street
foot.
over from the bank?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, good idea.
Just so we can like scope it out before we get there.
Yep, absolutely. So
Did I
Rock up at the
tell
front
you?
door.
Yeah, just turn up and go, hello!
Did I tell you guys about that weird gnome I saw in the scroll?
You
Were you there for that? Did you see it?
you were acting really weird, but well, no, you didn't tell us about gnome.
I mean, nothing's unusual there.
So when we were in her apartment, I found a scroll, and because of some completely random, like pure chance of happenstance, nothing chemically induced whatsoever, I was able to see who was watching us on the other side, and it was a gnome with a weird mustache,
Oh.
and he scarpered quick smart.
Did he have a name badge? Did it say cashier?
That's a good question. Dungeon Master, did he have a name badge?
it was a bit too close up. He was actively looking. You saw him like you'd looked through, a periscope and there was something on the other end. That's what it was like. A moment of, and then a flash of anger, and then he snuffed it out.
Snuffed it.
This is all a bit fishy, isn't it?
Chances are then that whoever was looking through that is going to know what you three look like.
That's what I was thinking, assuming it's someone at the bank.
If we assume it is someone at the bank. I mean, it might not be, but, could be. These things seem to be interlinked now. So,
Grishnak,
we
you proposing that you're going to go in first?
that wasn't what I was going to propose at all, no.
Well,
I need to be very careful or find you disguises.
I can disguise myself.
Well, could the scroll see all of us, or could it just see me?
Well, you don't know that. but normally the way that a scrying spell would normally work is that everything within the sight line of that it would be able to see outward, like a 360 view on Facebook or something.
And he would have been watching us before Blazing Grog got to it.
Presumably.
Right.
I was all going in there, except for Grishnak.
Okay.
I disguise self on myself to look exactly like Grishnak.
Perfect.
He just starts to like back away.
Perfect copy of Grishnak.
And then he sort of like just gets a little closer and he's like,
do you match his movements, Joe? See?
Fine, we're twins.
And with that, you land down right enough, a street away. You can see the bank on the edge. It's dark now, nighttime, and the hustle and bustle of the town starting to settle. There's an arcane lamp and steam going off. Very kind of noir look here, and this huge building, biggest in this whole area, with Faust Corp banking company. And it's like it's a square building, but then it rounds off into a kind of like miniature spiral, like a barrel going up with a tapered top. And all around the top edge you see these highline carts that you've been seeing going around the city. Big wooden construction, but they have these magnetic kind of metal hoops on top, and they hook on to these high rails. They're settled in around the roof of this thing. Big bay windows midway down it. You guys come up to the edge of the corner, the street corner, and look out across it. And we'll take a little break there.
Okie dokie.
Sound good?
Fab.
All right. Okay.
All right.
All right. I'll see you in 10 minutes, everyone. I'm going to go get
See
a
you
drink.
soon.
All right, we're back. Look at this. I've got a sweet in my mouth. Everyone, so while I was away on break, I just saw that the things weren't working. The bardic inspiration and the loot crate. I cannot believe this, but please use your save channel points to influence. You can name characters, name things. You can hey Hazel. You can there's loads of stuff. What can you do? Normally you can ask for a riddle as well, but hey. Bardic inspiration, that's a D6. You say who you're going to give it to, and it can be for me, your humble DM. I will use it wisely, I promise. You can fill the loot crate. For those that don't know, the loot crate is basically at some point in the adventure, they're going to find the quest. They're going to find a loot crate filled with things that you have put in there. That you're going to roll in the chat on a D100, and that's going to add special loot. You can decide if it's going to be a magical item, magical armor, or magical weapon. All right. And hey, there's loads of other stuff. I'd appreciate some hydrates. And let's jump back over to everyone. Oh, I can hear the stream in someone's thing. Hey, everyone.
Hello.
Hey.
How you doing?
Wasn't me, I didn't do it.
I was just looking, Andy, because I was listening to you talk about rupees.
Yes.
What's victory? If I buy victory, do I just win?
Oh, yeah. So victory is a new one I've added that means that someone could redeem it, and hopefully they'll redeem it in a timely fashion and not just constantly. I probably should have thought this one through. In that if someone wins a game or, wins a thing, a cool thing, I think a fun sound effect will play, but should we try it?
Try it.
We won't hear it on Discord anyway.
No, you won't hear it on Discord. You will hear it in the thing. I can hear it. Wait, I can hear it. Wait, have you done it? Who's done it?
No one's done it as far as I
I
can
haven't done
tell.
anything. Do you want me to do it?
Well, yeah, you're the one talking about doing it. I'm not going to
Sorry.
spend my rupees on it.
I thought you meant you were going to do it.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do it.
Ding.
I don't know if you could hear that, but
I didn't hear anything.
Okay.
No, you hadn't.
It plays probably a copywritten section of the Final Fantasy Victory. Da, 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 da.
Oh, no, it's not so easy.
It's also extremely loud, so
Oh.
I probably need to turn that down. Sorry, everyone. We'll figure it out. Doesn't have
Figure
to
it out.
be
Figure it out. It's
But
fine.
it's going to be
all
great. So yes, to answer your question, that is what victory is. I think there's a cap on it, so it can't be done constant, maybe. Anyway, you guys were on the street corner looking across towards the bank, the shut down bank. Sure enough, boarded up walls, foreclosure sign on the front door.
Can you please just describe the thing, the kind of basket things, or Aoife just couldn't quite see what they were at first. Now she's a bit closer.
Okay, yeah, she takes another step forward. The glare of the arcane sconce gets out of her face, and she looks up towards. You see, this is a big building you're looking at. Square turns into a round barrel up top. Big bay windows all the way around. And you remember I described that there were these high lines that run around. And by that I mean like two solid iron or steel rods, rails that ride around the city. You've seen
Like
them all
monorail.
across the place. Like monorails, yeah.
Like in Bioshock Infinite.
Yeah, like that.
Ooh.
Maybe I got inspired
And then
while I
they've
was
got the
watching you
cart-
play.
They've got the carriage cart container things that go along on those.
Exactly that. But
Gotcha.
you're
No, I
seeing
really
them
wanna play Bioshock Infinite.
zoom by. That you've seen them sort of go past every now and then. It's just like a general thing. On the side of this building, there looks to be 4 separate, possibly even more than 4, but a few different carts attached to the side of the buildings. You get the sense that
Right.
that is like a standard thing that they dock up with a building to offload and then they reattach. This is like
But they're all stationary.
but they're all stationary and on the side up high.
Okay.
Is there any other buildings nearby that we could maybe like go into to like get like maybe onto the roof or like get slightly higher up so we can maybe like look through the windows or look through the bay windows of the bank without being like just out on the street and being a little bit more obvious?
Yeah, sure. So, Krishna, you look around for some sort of building. There's nothing that quite matches the height of this building.
No, I didn't expect there to be.
But there is one that's kind of like, yeah, about halfway up. Not the best angle that you could hope for, but sure enough, there is like a ladder, effectively. It's one of those, what they got in New York, like the outside fire escape ladders.
Mm-hmm.
So you just need someone to pull that down to the actual ground. You can't reach it just yet.
Want to help me up there, and I'll
All right.
see if I can get it loose.
And perfect. This is definitely a new thing. You get up on top, Blaze and Grog. You yank on this thing. Doesn't move. You see that there is a padlock at the bottom part. You knock your camera. Blaze and Grog, you see this lock bolting shut. You can't there.
Can I hit it with something?
You can definitely hit it with something. I mean, you're a sorcerer. I imagine you'd be able to get through a small padlock.
I meant hit it with like a spell.
Oh, okay.
Can I give it a true strike?
Oh, a true strike. Is that a cantrip?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, describe to me what happens with a true strike. I don't know what that looks like.
Sorry. So it looks like Blazing Rod points his finger at the lock, and
The lock shakes with trepidation.
it does. And I'm realizing now that True Strike isn't what I thought it was going to be.
Okay, perfect.
No, True Strike could work.
Yeah,
Would it?
I think it would.
True Strike gives you an insight into its defenses, so you'd be able to see how you could break the lock.
Okay.
Right?
I was sort of expecting some kind of lightning or something to fizz.
Yeah, I think True Strike is more like you're about to do True Strike and then you're like, oh no, and then you just a little gust of flame hits out, sputters out of your finger, and melts this lock away, falls apart. You're like, oh, that's the spell I meant to do.
Perfect. It's exactly what I expected to happen.
And as soon as the lock goes, you slam back down to the ground, hit off of it, into the floor. I mean, by D&D rules, you might die from that falling damage, but it's fine. We'll leave it that you...
Well, I was underneath, so I could always catch it.
Grishnak
And then...
catches you.
Yeah.
In his safe arms.
The protection of much booze.
Yes, of course, your beer coat.
Floppy.
Yeah. Yep, sure enough, the ladder comes down, Grishnak, you run up there. The rest of you, is everyone going up for a look?
I'll go up.
I've been up there once, I might as well go up again.
Or is
Stay
everyone
down for a minute.
staying down? Okay. You guys head on up. Yaramir, you sort of move around and keep a lookout of the sort of street around the bank.
Keep an eye out to see if anyone approaches the bank.
Up top, you guys roll me up a perception check, please. With advantage because of your angle.
Oh.
And because of my Dungeon Delver.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh, that one. Sorry, wrong button. What was I saying about stuff not being
Natural
perfect?
20.
Oh, nice.
Me?
Natural 20.
Wow.
That's my second one.
Oh, nice.
That's my second one today.
Boom. There you go. You got the low ones out of the way so you can get the high ones.
Yeah, but I think they've both been for like pointless things like perception checks.
Yeah.
When it comes to combat, we got miss. Oh, that's a 1. Okay.
So altogether that was an 11, an 11, and a 20, correct?
I got a 25.
Oh, it says 11 here. You got 25.
You can have his advantage.
25.
Oh,
Advantage.
when you roll with advantage, you can right click and actually get it to roll with advantage on that single instance.
Oh.
But that's fine. Right. Grishnak, just as you set your eyes on something and go to tell Aoife, she's already tapping you and going, look there. Let me see what I can show you now. Okay. You can't. These are them.
Sorry, are we on the roof, or are we like in like on one of the like floors looking through a window?
Oh, this is. You haven't
way.
entered it. You haven't broken and entered or anything like that. This is a fire escape up onto.
Are we just on the fire escape?
You're on a kind of first level, second level, or story, I should say. Not mezzanine. That's not the right word. But sorry, my words are failing me.
Balcony.
Balcony, thank you. Gosh. Yeah, so there's just this balcony there. Okay. Looks like a shared space. Just small, and then you can look down and across. So you're not actually having to get into anyone's apartment, basically. You look down, and if you have a little look at this, you can peer into here. You can't see much. But this is a big bay window. Can you all see this?
Yep.
Imagine these are twice the size of this. These are like basically just all windows all the way around here.
Okay.
And you guys are peering into this building. It looks like a hollowed out, disused bank. Nothing too untoward.
We're looking through those windows.
You're looking through these windows from the outside, yeah. You can't see much more than this.
Okay.
Is there a way in?
There is a way in terms of... You mean on this level? So one thing I should say is this isn't the bottom floor. This kind of looks like it's one floor up kind of thing.
Okay. And how far away are we from, as the crow flies, how far are we away from those windows?
Probably... I'm really bad with distances. What would imagine you're one street. You're if this was
I'd have to cross the entire street to get to it.
Yes.
So, don't jump. Okay.
Don't jump. No.
Throw blazes in, Grog.
It's
I'm not sure. I'm not sure that would be a good idea.
Yeah, no. This is on the other side of the street, so certainly not. Maybe.
Okay.
Can we see any sort of side entrance or rear entrance?
From up here, no. It looks like you might be able to, they're windows, you might be able to smash through them, something like that. With that 25 and a natural, you see movement inside, definitely. But it looks further back into the room.
Can we get a rough estimate as to how many?
In this room, you see shapes of 4 people.
Okay.
Yaramir, while these guys have been up on the roof, you've seen 5 or so people, just one by one, as a group of 2. Same kind of vibe as those last people you saw walking past. Come from different directions. It's been like, I don't know, let's say 10 minutes that they've been looking through, trying to catch a glimpse of someone. And yeah, you've seen these people walking up to this little back entrance, like side entrance to the building, not through the boarded up part. There's another smaller, almost looks like there's no door at all there. It looks like one of those, it's kind of got like vents almost, but they walk up to it. These vents open up. You see glowing red eyes on the other side. Hear an utterance back, and then they shut, open into darkness, and then someone steps in and through, and then it will shut again. One set get turned away now. One set these 2 get turned away and walking past down the street. And as they look over at you, you see their faces are just totally molten. They look on the brink.
Did we pick up those empty vials when we left?
I hope so. You said you had them.
All right. Yeah, I've got them.
Let's Let's assume you did.
Oh yeah, no, they're in my pocket. That's fine.
You definitely
I just
did.
Forgot. Yeah.
You did. You did mention it just before you left.
Yeah. Okay.
Should we make our way down to down to Yaramir? I think we've seen all we can see here.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to try and password it up, right?
It certainly looks that way. I don't see any other way of getting in, unfortunately.
Great.
That's
You
too
reckon,
high up to get in from the top.
So you do see the boarded up side is around the full other side to this. So that, you know, there are doors there, and they are far away from this other entrance. So if you're talking about what are the entry points that you can see, the side door that seems to be manned and that people are going in via, and there's these doors on the side. You'd have to get pretty close and maybe scale the building to actually find any kind of, if you could get in through those windows or other entrances. But that's really like a rogue's kind of vibe, right? Like, I think that's the kind of stuff you wouldn't necessarily be, or any of you are that attuned with that kind of thing.
Clanky around.
Yeah.
Clank, clank, clank. Yeah, no, I think that's a good idea for us to do that.
I'm a bit concerned about this gnome guy seeing our faces and so recognizing us. Yaramir, I know you're okay if you're disguising yourself, but
He looks like me. It's great.
yeah.
How long does that
Twins.
last?
My name's Drishnak.
Nice.
I don't know. How long does it last? 1 hour.
1 hour. Okay, yeah, plenty of time.
I really pulled the trigger on that quite early.
A little early. We should probably make a move then, if there's only an hour.
Is somebody? Can one of you hide Blazing Grog and in under a cloak? I don't know.
Of course.
Or if you've got a large bag or something, I can probably just.
You do have a bag of holding, which you can get into, and then you get X amount of minutes before you suffocate.
That's not. No, that is not something. I do not want to be putting party members inside the bag of holding. No.
I'm just saying, it's a thing you can
If
do.
someone was to pickpocket that bag of holding, we'd never see that person again.
Oh my god!
I could cast gust on myself inside the bag of holding so that I've got air.
Yeah,
Not sure if you're in space, having something that gives you air in space is gonna help.
You get 10 minutes. You've
I
got 10
have a
whole
backpack.
minutes.
You can just get in my backpack.
I think that's
Fine.
for the best. Backpack.
Maybe don't risk.
Whatever's easiest, you know.
I look around to see if there's like a cat or a dog or any sort of animal that I could maybe turn into.
Wait, do you need to... You can turn into one. You can take wild shape, yeah.
Can
You
I?
don't need to be looking at one.
Oh.
Anything you've
I
encountered
didn't-
before.
Oh, okay. Okay, well then I take the form of a little dog. And I'm going to go
Dog,
in.
the worst thing. It's not very sneaky.
Small
You're not
dog,
going to
too.
disguise yourself as Grishnak
Cat.
as well.
A cat.
I'm only joking. Be what you want. A dog that looks like Grishnak, right?
A cat.
I think that's what I heard.
With tusks, little tusks.
Yeah.
I didn't. I'm not trying to
Slightly
actually.
green.
I'm not trying to guide you. Actually, you be whatever you want to be.
I tell you what, I'll be. I'm gonna turn into a little mouse, and then I'm gonna sit on Grishnak's shoulder.
Perfect. Yeah. So you
Nice.
jump up
Let's
full
approach-
human at Grishnak and then turn into a rat as it happens. A mouse. Sorry.
Oh, not a rat.
A mouse. A mouse. A mouse. Okay.
I find some crumbs in my bag. So, if we go inside, and we manage to get inside, the front. You say you saw someone at the front, Yaramir?
At the
This-
side.
So, oh right.
There's this door, and the vents open, and they talk to you. It's like a drive-through, which doesn't exist in this plane of existence, but it's like that.
Wow.
For drugs, I think.
Aoife's
Probably
not
have the
sure.
password, so
Eva's not sure if anybody else but Grishnak can hear her, but she says, "Password is defiance is all."
I knew that. I knew that.
So how's this looking at
That's
the
the same as
moment?
that
We've
password
got.
that guy gave us earlier, isn't it?
So Blazing Grog, you've snuck yourself into Yaramir's backpack, correct? Don't quite know how that works. But yeah, are you a gnome or a dwarf? I feel like dwarves are bigger than what we're thinking here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dwarves are quite
Don't
big.
overthink it.
It's
My
a big
backpack-
big
My backpack holds 1
I
cubic
feel like
foot.
really you should. I don't know if I'm going to allow you to
Probably
get in
not.
this backpack. You're a dwarf,
I mean,
not
you
a
could
halfling.
maybe like piggyback with the cloak over him.
I'm quite an old dwarf.
I mean, I don't mind if we're going to say that you're, but we're going to say now that you're a small statured dwarf. You're a little dude.
I'm 4'2".
4'2". Could a 4'2" person get in a backpack that's
Oh,
filled
cute.
with
If
stuff?
it was a 4'3" backpack, then yeah.
Yeah, but it's filled with his stuff. It's got.
Yeah, it's filled with my stuff, isn't it?
Let's
That's
round
a
up to
good point. If
4'5".
it's a 4'3" backpack, then he'd fit perfectly.
Let's just call it an even 5 foot. And
Okay. I'm gonna say that given the pure stature of Yaramir, that his backpack probably isn't the standard size. It's probably quite large.
Probably true.
And for the sake of this, we'll have that he's got a cloak that's covering this lumpy-looking backpack on his back.
I mean, disguise
you
self.
call it lumpy.
Disguise self does include all my clothing, armor, weapons, and belongings on my person.
Oh, okay.
So I could just carry him, and he's disguised with me.
I don't know if it works.
You'd
like
have to
that.
pretend like you had a hunchback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't the first time I've been carried into a bank, and it won't be the last.
I love that. So let's do it. So your magic's kind of a bit weird as well. Anyway, Yaramir, it's a bit darker than the usual paladin. So, given that it was given to you by a hag.
Damn hag.
So yeah, so you get Blazing Grog up onto your back. Blazing Grog, you hold on tight, and then you do this spell. Let's just say you do it now, shall we? Like as he gets hold of you, it and forms and becomes this grotesque hunchback that you've got. A fleshy kind of mound there.
It still looks like Grishnak.
Conjoined.
Yeah, it still looks like Grishnak.
Yeah, conjoined twin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But remember
Just the
that,
head.
and it's sort of moving every now and then as Blazing Grog
Oh,
moves.
the Puma.
Okay. Shall we?
Let's.
Let's
Enter the bank.
quest.
No, let's ask for the
Let's-
cashier.
What happens? What happens when we get in there? Are we taking people out as we go, or are we trying not to take out anyone? I just
Maybe
don't want to start fighting and then find out that no one else is fighting.
Maybe it's
mean-
best if we suss it out a bit first.
Let's get a
Yeah.
feel of the vibe.
Okay. Should we have a code word for when we're going to
Go
start
crazy.
fighting, just so that I know? Because there was one time where I started fighting all these guys, and I thought everyone else was going to start fighting with me, and then it didn't happen, and I ended up fighting all these guys, and everyone else was just stood there looking on in terror.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
Maybe we
the
should have a
word
code
can
word.
be- The code word can be "Let's fight these guys."
Got it. That's easy to remember and straight to the point. I like it.
Code sentence. Excellent.
Let's fight these guys. Right.
Yaramir, you approach
Let's fight
the
these
metal
guys.
slats on the side of this building where you've seen the others go up and towards.
Oh. Yeah. That's what I do. Exactly what you just said.
You hit on the side as you've seen all the others do. The slats open up. Glowing red eyes stare back at you. You can't make out the shape, but they're high on the door. Whoever this is very tall. Or as tall as what you would have been if you were looking at him. The cashier pays their debts.
Defiance is all.
This is all.
What he said.
Show us you are one of us.
The vials.
Vials.
Blazing Grog quickly gets one of the vials out of his pocket and sneaks it into Yaramir's hand.
And we
Just
see
out of
You're
view.
like a conjoined
the, a little withered hand go with the violin. Oh,
Take my
gross.
strong arm.
Watch my fanny. All right. You open up your hand. You've got the vial in your hand. The slats slam shut. Door opens into darkness. And as you step through and up, the steps lead down. And on your right, you see a suit of armor with glowing red eyes, and it's just stood there, motionless, as you walk down
Probably nothing.
the steps.
Does his armor look as cool as ours?
Oh no way, no.
Okay, that's fine.
But it's you can't see any kind of body in it. It's just like dark shadows, and then these pauldrons and different parts of the armor that are just there.
I kind of expected a kobold on a stepladder, but
Sure.
I
You
do a
s-
quick check just to see if I can sense what this could be. As we walk past.
Arcane check. Arcana.
Yeah. 15.
Animated armor.
Nice.
This is a literal suit of armor that has been brought into life using arcane means.
Oh.
It has it's given directives, and it will follow them. You know, though, that it is completely bound by magic. Yeah.
Back at it now.
Sorry.
No, wait, no, hang on, no, we're not fighting it, are we?
We need the code sentence first.
yeah. We didn't say let's fight these guys.
Leroy!
Leroy Jenkins. You guys step down.
I hobble down the steps. I'm hobbling.
You're hobbling.
I'm affecting a hunchback drug addict.
We're going to cut over to the map.
Ooh.
As you step
Map.
down, this doesn't look like any bank you've seen. Remember that the stairs dropped down, so that whatever room you were looking at before, this is not it. This
Guys,
is
I thought we were
below.
going to the bank.
You can
This is
see along the walls, it's dark in here. Braziers are the only thing really giving any light.
His ears.
Thank you. Along the walls here are what look to have been vaults, but perhaps their purpose has been they've been repurposed now.
Uh-oh.
Can I just have a quick look on the floor? Does that look like blood, or is it just? Is there blood on the floor? Is that what I'm saying?
This
or is
here-
that just because of the map? That's just how the map's been drawn.
No, yeah, that's just how the map's been drawn. But no, sometimes it's that, sometimes it isn't. But yeah, this is not. It isn't blood. It's scuff marks and
Okay.
things being moved around and
Gotcha.
things like that. Who wants to give me a perception check of just scanning the room?
Someone that has a bonus.
Yeah, I've got my what's it called? My
Your dungeon delving.
dungeon delver.
All right.
Let's do
Let's
an
combine
advantage on that. Oh well, you know.
Oh,
well,
you rolled a 1 and a 12, Martin.
Listen, it could have been worse, quite frankly.
could have been worse.
Just roll a 25.
I got 25. So
Oh, don't worry about it.
He's like casting a spell, and Ethan's just like.
Yeah. Dungeon delver, trained dungeon delver, looking around for traps. With a 12, though, I would say, Blazing Grog, you don't see any traps around. That is important to say. Doesn't seem to be anything. The one thing you do pick out is that straight in front of you here, and you can see further out with your dark vision as well, grates on the floor. 2 sets of grates out on the floor there. See them?
Is there anything under the grates? Is that just the map, or is it lead down
From
to
your
something?
point of view, you just see darkness below.
Okay.
Do we see anyone? Is there like anyone here to greet us, or are we expected to know where to go?
So, funny you should say that. Oh my god, it's you guys! And then running up against the bar of the door, the cell doors here, of the bars, is a halfling that two of you remember. Aoife and Yaramir, you've met him before. This is Scanlan, the halfling technician from the spire, who helped you, was stabbed, if you remember him. Dr. Rushley's assistant. It's you guys! Oh, we really should stop meeting like this.
He wouldn't recognise any of us.
He recognised.
Oh, no,
he wouldn't recognise
Oh
any of
yeah,
us.
he wouldn't recognise any of you.
Guys.
I totally
Yes.
forgot.
There is a small mouse. And
There is a small mouse.
and
Sorry,
a copy of me with a hunchback.
I completely forgot. You're totally right. Oh my gosh.
What was that?
But he still comes up because he sees this two people that he hasn't seen here before. You guys don't look like the normal patrons of this place. He says, you guys, I don't know who you are, but you need to get out of here. You shouldn't be in here.
I'll walk up to the bars. All right, little man. What you are you stuck in here?
Yeah, I keep getting myself into these kind of situations, but they've been using me. What? And then you hear this clank, ching, and this noise from further down the corridor. You guys actually get the sense that you should be able to see all the way down this room. It's a large rectangular room. You can see that it is the base of this building. But there seems to be some sort of darkness. There's a pinch point halfway along, and everything past there just seems to be an inky blackness from where you are here.
Even with dark vision.
Even with dark vision, yeah.
Yeah.
What about above us? Is there anything of note?
Well, you're 25, yeah, pretty good. Above you here, there just isn't really. No, it just looks like the standard ceiling, to be honest. There's nothing of any kind of no, nothing there, sorry. No goodies.
All right, I'm going to kneel down in front of the gate so I'm a bit more at his level. Listen here, friend. We're looking for somebody called Nix. Have you seen her?
Nix, yeah, we've got to keep our voices down though. The shroud over there, it keeps them close, but they can still hear sometimes out of it. Nix, they've got Nix now. I think they're gonna kill her. They're gonna, turn her into mush.
Do you know where she is?
She's through there. They've got her. They've been interrogating her, trying to get her to fess up, and she was gonna unravel all of this. She was a threat to them, so they've taken her out.
Is there like a gate, like a door gate type thing on these bars, or is it just bars? It's bars. It's kind of got like a it certainly opens, but it is a vault door, so it looks really, really sturdy. But there is it is a door. You got any idea where the keys for this thing are, or are we gonna have to try and?
The cashier's the only one who's got them, but you can't don't risk it, because if they hear us, they'll come for us. What are you here for? Are you here to get Nix?
Oh yeah, but if you're stuck in here too, we need to try and get you out as well.
Well, the cashier's got the keys.
Right. Well, then we need to go find the cashier then, don't we?
I jump off. I jump off Grishnak's shoulder and turn into not my human form.
Your
Turn back into
true
Aoife.
self, Aoife. Oh my God, it's you! Hi! And he sort of
Your voice down.
He gets all excited and he kind of, hi, how are you? Sort of looks up at you, dreamy-eyed. It's so good to
Blazing
see
Rock
you.
also crawls out of his bag because he too is not a coward.
And this grotesque vision of a hunchback hump leaving, detaching from a body.
Who?
I can't believe. Why are you here?
We're here to find Nyx.
Listen, you've got to understand something. Aoife, you've got to understand something. I've done something really bad, okay? Dr. Rushley was making the Defiance, and when that dried up, these were his people. This is where he was selling it. This is where he was getting his money. But since you guys put him away, that's meant that there's no more supply, and then they kidnapped me, and then I'm ashamed to say that they've been forcing... I had to make it, you understand? I had to make more.
I understand. You were scared for your life. So
It's
who's
all right there, little fella. Beep boop.
Yeah, you put your hands through the bars and tap him on the head.
I'm going to take a candle out of my backpack and light it in one of the braziers, and then just slowly roll it down the way to see if the light continues into that past that darkness.
Yeah, you roll the candle down. We see it goes in towards the darkness. You just get it to go into the threshold of it, and you see it lift from the floor, and you see a shape picking it up, and then turning back out of the darkness is a little old lady, and she's holding the candle, and she looks up at you guys. It's okay. And she motions for you guys to come down towards her.
I stand up and take a couple of steps forward.
As the candle gets close to her, you see that her face is like completely melded, molten.
I just put one hand on my on my weapon and just get my shield just very slowly, very unthreateningly, just get my shield out and get my flail ready.
Yeah. So she sort of steps towards you.
Is it time to let's fight these guys yet?
Looks like it might be soon.
She's a little old lady.
Wouldn't be the first time.
It's okay. It's okay, loves. It's all right. The cashier will sort us out. He'll give us Defiance. Don't be scared. We've just got to step into the shroud. Nothing can see us in the shroud, so that's where we do our business.
I don't think we should step into the shroud, guys.
I mean, I feel like I want to step into the shroud.
I have a spell called See Invisibility. Would that help us in any way in this situation? Would that see through the shroud?
Roll me an insight check or an arcana check.
Let's do an arcana check. Brilliant.
Oh my gosh, Martin.
What?
Just outrageous.
no.
Rolled a 5.
Oh.
I'd say I'm going home, but like, what's the point?
Worst sorcerer ever.
No. Just should have
He's
had all those
old,
drinks.
Leave him alone.
You just you don't know whether or not you think it would work, but I think
mean,
you would have the clarity to be like that this is an unnatural shrouded like scrying spell. It isn't that there is a creature who is invisible from you. Those are two separate kind of things. And I think your base level skill of a sorcerer would distinguish those two things. Even in your
aggressive, but whatever.
your addled state.
I look back towards the little halfling in the cage. I'll be back. And then I'm gonna start heading off towards the little old lady.
Yeah. Aoife, you were next to the bars as well. She says, "There's one last thing that you should know. It's what happens when they don't take it. It's not good. If you get addicted, it's really bad. That's one of the reasons I kept making it. If I could just get back to the spire, then I could make a proper antidote. But the cashier won't let me."
is that what their faces are about? Is that why their faces look like they're melting?
Yeah. And then he catches sight of the woman who's stepping closer to you guys, and then goes, "Oh my god!" and then gets back. Come on, guys. Come on, dear. Let's just step in. A second person emerges from the darkness. What's going on? Molten face.
I'm gonna go and stand over it by the old lady.
So you walk up to her. She looks at you with a pleasant smile and says, "Come on, come on."
As I walk over those grates, can I just look down to see if there is actually like anything below the grates, or if it's just a pit?
Just looks like a pit, pure black.
Okay. Can I avoid walking across any more of them?
Yes, absolutely.
Just in case.
Good shout.
You know, just in case.
Okay, give me the scene. What's happening? Do you guys want to interact more with these people, or are you going to walk into the shroud?
Oh,
I'm prepared to walk into the shroud if that's going to get us to, if that's where they claim that we're going to get to the cashier.
They, by the way, don't
trust them
bother
as
you
well, don't
anymore. They kind of go, "Come on, it's fine," and they turn around and start walking back into the shroud.
Okay.
She almost stands like it's in a queue, basically.
I feel like we're going to have to go into the shroud here, aren't we?
I trust her. She looks trustworthy.
I don't. I don't.
I don't, but you know.
If we walk into the shroud, can we put on some like Black Sabbath or something? Just walk through like badasses.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But also, if we can't see in there, should we hold hands so we don't lose each other? We walk in like badasses, but also by holding hands as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
perfect.
nothing more badass than having friends.
Yes, perfect.
that's the quote for the
There it is. We did it, guys. Friendship. Okay. Anyone staying back, or are you all aiming to walk in here? I'll play out the scene. What's happening is, here's the threshold here. This is where the darkness, the shroud is. You can see two people outside. They've come out to meet you. They're walking back in, queuing up. Yaramir, you've taken in step behind the old lady. And then we see the guy look back. He's got this melting candle face as he steps through the darkness. The lady steps forward. You step with her. And then again, you see her step forward. Are you following?
I say
I'm following.
I dash up to Yaramir and say, why don't you hold my hand, pop your head through so you can see, and then just quickly come back and tell us what's there, and whether it's safe.
Sounds
We form a human
adorable. Let's
chain.
do that.
Okay.
Great.
Are you strong
Yaramir,
enough to pull me back?
Nope. I'm gonna grab my other hand out to Grishnak so that he can pull me.
Okay.
quick question. Does Yaramir have a tail? Do bulls
No.
have tails?
No.
No.
I mean, bulls generally do, yes. Minotaurs?
Well, he's a bull man. He isn't technically a minotaur, right? Like, he's a man that was turned into a bull because he
I
said
have a
he
tattoo of a minotaur, but I don't think he has a
doesn't
tail.
have a tail. Okay.
I can't really see because it's all the way around there.
I was just thinking that Aoife could have held onto the tail. That would have been an easy way.
I
to...
was gonna. She's already walked through, eh?
Yeah.
But like,
Well, say, what were you going to do? You could interrupt.
I mean, guys, this might be a little bit weird, but I'm gonna pull one of my teeth out.
Oh.
I pull one of my teeth out.
Yeah.
I'm using magic token, which means that I can pull my tooth out. And I'm linked with it.
Mm-hmm.
If I go into a trance, which means I can see and hear from the token as if it was like if I was located where it is.
Are you throwing it in, or are you planting it on this woman?
I was gonna plant it. I was thinking I would plant it on her as she was going through.
Okay.
Mm,
Like a bug. Oh,
yeah.
this is some...
Sleight of hand check.
Come on.
Sure.
You can do it with advantage. I like this. This is good.
Okay, I've already rolled once, which is 5.
Oh.
So
Yes, definitely.
I will roll again, which is 8.
8.
Oh no.
Not great.
You put your token and you're just about to slide it into her thing, and she looks up and goes, "It's okay, love," and takes your hand and puts 2 hands on yours, and then starts pulling you. Oh, that's a bardic inspiration from Space Monkey. Yaramir, roll a
Yay!
d6. Excellent work. A save
Is that an
there.
extra
Thanks,
D6? Is it?
Space Monkey.
Oh!
Oh no.
Oh,
I feel like that was
What are the odds, guys?
me.
What
Not
are
you.
the odds?
Me.
That 5's not looking so pitiful now, is it?
Okay, she takes your hands. Sorry, that a bardic inspiration. I feel like we should re-roll 1s on the bardic inspiration. What do you think?
I could use luck.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay,
I feel like we're going into the what it's
Yeah, we're
That's
going in
fine.
anyway.
This is happening.
she takes your
I'm
hand,
okay with this.
and you've got this token, this tooth in your hand, and you've got that open. She says, "What's this? Are you okay? Is this for me?"
That is for you. It's a present.
And it's this big, long tusk, like kind of. It's not like a regular human teeth. It's like a thing. She says, "Oh, thanks. What you must have slain to get this."
Oh, you wouldn't believe. It was horrible. I did it just for you, though.
Oh, wow.
Such a lovely old lady.
Now I'm thinking it's weird. I feel like it's okay. I'll see you in there. And she steps in and through.
so
You,
she's got it.
Yaramir, your eyes roll back in your head. You warg out, as it were, and you sink back. You immediately get this smash of noise, as if right on the other side of this. What the hell do you think you were doing? Ah! A scream cries out. You can see now. Bear in mind, only Yaramir can actually see what's happening here.
Is that Doctor Strange?
No, I thought it looked like Doctor Strange. You see what this woman can see. There's a group of people all here, and you look out. A gnome in the center here, a tabaxi woman laying on the ground, arms up, and he's got this like electrified whip that he's slashing across her.
Does the gnome have a big mustache?
Yes. One guy has walked up, is standing and sort of kneeling in front. There are 2 what look like sorcerers of some sort. They're wearing capes. All sorcerers like to wear capes, don't they? Some sort of casters, magic people, flanking him. He whips her and shouts, "Tell me where all of your things are, little one." She shouts out, "I don't know what you're talking about." "Well, maybe this'll jog your memory." And then slashes down at her again, and she sort of rolls out, and it's knocked her unconscious. So weak. Right, who's next then? You, Tobias. Did you want some more? The others all step forward. They get closer and closer. Here's an example for all of you. Here's what happens if you try and steal from me. Yes, Tobias, we know what you stole, what you did. How long ago was it that you had your last dose? And he brings up a vial. This guy looks shaking, kind of like really looking towards it. Even from the back, which is where you're seeing him, Yaramir, you can see that even patches of his whole hair and body are all slothing down and off of him. You see his arm is down by his side, and as he moves one arm up, the other part of it just sloths off and is just molten onto the floor. like wax being burnt off, and slaps onto the floor. Falls down through the grate that he's standing on.
Gross.
I know what you did. You must be on what? 48 hours since your last dose? You must have a matter of seconds. And then, as he puts his hand up to grab the vial, his hand goes out. He takes the vial away, smiles, kicks him back. And then you just see him melt, convulse, and turn into this clay monster, just this blob. And then he snaps his fingers, and the two sorcerers form this gust cloud, this ring of gusting wind, and then push him through like plasticine and squidge him through the grate. Now, who wants another dose?
Nice.
I'm still stood at the sort of precipice of this thing with the others. I'm going, are we going in? What's the hold up, guys?
So I recount to the others what we've just seen.
So it's time to let's fight these
the two
guys.
sorcerers.
Now I'm out. See you later.
I think it's definitely time to fight these guys.
All right, fine. Let's fight these guys.
Go.
Alright. Well, you guys all just charge in and through.
That's what I'm doing. I'm not. There's no point in me stealthing. I'm a big old orc boy.
You
I'm just charging
slam
through.
and run in, all of you, flanking through. Aoife, you two?
No, I'm a bit more tentative. I'll let them slam through and then I'll follow.
Okay, you come on through, but just stay on the edges here. Moving through everyone. Ah, some guests I see we have. After your friend.
And
Well.
I just keep running towards them.
Okay, yeah.
I don't want to stop. Shields up, flails out. I'm just gonna
Shields
keep
up,
running.
Flowers out. All right. Let's roll initiative.
Yes. How do I do that?
How do I do that?
I've already rolled really badly, so.
We
I'll
all
roll
roll
it.
initiative.
There we go.
Everyone rolls initiative. So the way you do it is
Oh, no.
there is an initiative
27.
button dedicated there,
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is.
and you just click on
Okay,
that.
well, a big old 5 for me.
I'm just going to run
Oh.
through this order I've got here. So Aoife,
27.
27.
20. She's got the
Right.
alert perk, right? Blazing Grog,
17.
nice. Yaramir,
5.
5.
No.
I swear you haven't rolled higher than a like 10.
Well, I've got a -1.
Oh, I have a +1, and I also got a 5.
Oh.
So does that mean I go before?
And what's
before
Grishnak?
Yaramir? Grishnak's a 5 as well.
A 5 as well.
Don't worry, these guys can't be that strong.
All right.
So is Yaramir going before Grishnak or after Grishnak? Just so I've got an idea of what the order is.
Yeah, we'll run through, but yeah, Grishnak then Yaramir.
Okay.
I think that comes from your base stats. Okay, you pass through this this shroud, this darkness, cloud of darkness. Your eyes, the sensory, everything comes back to you in here, and you see the gnome in the center of the room. This arcing energy whip in its hand. The two sorcerers look towards you. Some guests I see. Well. And he gets off his little preamble before you guys actually smash into anyone. As is his right as the bad guy, Some guests I see. Well, let me introduce you to a few of my finest clients. Oh, and don't worry, this one will be coming with me. Now, everyone, load up everything. And then he grabs hold of the tabaxi opens up this dimensional door, even larger than himself. Not usual that you can do that. Normally you have to take people through that are of your size, but he somehow has managed. He hits this, slams this potion into the ground, and they go completely invisible. The darkness lifts from this room.
Oh, so we can't see the gnome or Tabaxi anymore.
Gnome and Tabaxi have disappeared.
Gnome.
But so do we see them go through the portal, or have they just become invisible?
So it's because he's got this artificer kind of vibe, right? So he just slams this thing into the ground like a potion, and then after that you don't see anything. In the moments before he slammed that, you saw the glimpse of this dimensional door open. It looked like a small rift in space and time. I don't know if anyone in this group would actually know what that spell is. If you want to roll an insight, I can tell you. Anyone who's attuned with magic might be able to claim.
Not an arcane magic, no.
21.
18.
18.
Aoife, it's not of the natural world, this, but Blaze and Grog, yeah, this is a dimensional door. Seems like either you saw him go potentially invisible moments before, but he's going to use that dimensional door to blink to another place that he can see within 300 meters. Okay, he can just step through it and then step out somewhere else.
So he's still nearby.
Presumably so, yeah.
Can
There's
I
no
use
windows
my,
down here.
Where is it? I can see invisibility. Can I cast see invisibility?
On your turn, yes you can. But we're now in initiative order, so
Oh yeah.
Aoife, you're up, and as you look and cast your eyes across the room, and he's slammed and poofed out of existence, and he says that he'll I'll leave you with my best clients. The two sorcerers look to each other, float slightly off of the ground, and then bring up into their hands these kind of spectral looking, they're almost like small needles, like blades, and they cast them across the room. They stick into the necks of each of these people here. The old woman slumps to the ground, looks up to you, Yaramir, opens her hand up.
Oh.
The tooth that you gave her falls through her hand, and then she just forms. The two people here seem to mold into one large gloop together.
Oh.
Once the dust settles, and this almost like clay-like substance forms together,
Oh.
and becomes this grotesque monster in front of you.
Oh my god.
The other
Big
two,
one's mine.
oh, and they
That's
become
good.
these edged monster, these like gelatinous cubes. They're not quite as green as this, I'd say. They're kind of like a mucky green. Envelop all around you. Blazing Grog, one of them appears in front of you as you're running full pelt. You kind of take a second to like change direction and stop before it like kind of grows out of the floor in front of you, and you would have run straight into it.
It looks like fairy liquid.
Oh, too big.
Don't try and drink it.
I'm just spinning this guy around. He's doing a little dance move.
I try and drink it.
I try and drink it. Aoife, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna move sort of next to Yaramir.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yaramir.
And then I'm gonna try and cast Moonbeam.
Ooh.
So it's a 5-foot radius, centered on a point within range, and I want to get one of or both the spellcasters. Can I reach them?
I have a question about Moonbeam. Do you need a window? Or does it make a window? Will it like smash through something? But do you need starlight for it to work?
No.
It doesn't say anything like that on there.
Great. I just didn't know whether or not it needed to be like, you need to be outdoors, you know? Because this is kind of like Hammer of Dawn stuff, isn't it? This is like a huge beam just comes out. So sorry, what was your question?
I think it's that because there are components to it, so I think it's that I kind of
You just cast it in the
make
room.
it. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, so I cast Moonbeam, and this big silvery beam of light shines down in a cylinder
Yep.
and envelops one of or both of the spellcasters.
How is it? 20 feet?
It's 5-foot radius.
Oh, 5 foot. So no, that could only get one person.
Okay, we'll get one of the spellcasters then. The one on the left.
This one?
Yeah.
You don't want Doctor Strange?
Yes, Doctor Strange.
Oh, you want Doctor Strange? Sorry, yeah. Okay, so this huge moonbeam just falls down on him. He screams out in pain. Well, and now he's going to
Engulfed
do...
in ghostly flames that cause searing pain.
Okay. I can hear a little bit of feedback on someone's mic. Not that it's too important, but it is there.
Sorry.
I don't know if it's just me that can hear it. Okay, so this moonbeam comes on down. He has to make a...
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, sorry, I clicked the wrong button. $19 saves.
I don't know if you want to be... Just because I've got Moonbeam too. And I'm very excited about it.
Yeah.
I'm reading it, and I don't think it does any damage until their turn. So it's if you cast it, and if they move into it on their turn, or they start their turn on it, then they get
Yeah,
damage.
so when it comes to his turn, he'll take
Oh,
damage.
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Well then, let's leave that. This beam of light engulfs around this person. Ah! They start screaming out, knowing what's coming when it gets to their turn. Yeah?
Okay. And then I'm going to take starry form. So I rise up ever so slightly, and my whole body becomes this luminous starry body.
Great. Awesome. Have you got a bonus action now you've done that? Oh, no, that was your bonus action, of course.
That is my, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of almost float off the ground, hair goes up, very Captain Marvel vibe. This clay golem slams towards you both. Just walks forwards, doesn't get in the way of these two cubes. Okay. And it's gonna... Just checking this. It's gonna roll up. One giant hand comes down towards Yaramir. 12 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
A second big hand.
Yeah.
9 to hit. Nothing.
Doesn't hit.
It sort of screams
Terrible.
out.
Smashing against my shield.
Yeah. It sort of and then slams these like wet slaps onto its chest, like it's beating its chest but with mulch, and activates its thing. Doesn't matter about that. That's meta. That's meta. Okay. I just need to keep something in mind. All right, Blazing Grog, you're up.
Blazing Grog,
Yep.
carefully. So, spending a sorcery point, casts Shatter.
Okay. And what does that look like?
So, a thunderous boom of energy emanates towards our enemies, but not my friends.
Because of your sorcery point.
Yes.
So you have to spend the amount of sorcery points equal to the amount of people that you're defending from it.
Yes, hang on. Where is it?
So what does
Sorry.
this look like? The kind of 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point.
It's a 60-foot.
So it's
It's a
60-foot
60-foot
range that you can put it, and then it's a 10-foot square. So
Right.
You could put it pretty much on top of the clay monster,
Yes.
and it would.
yeah,
You could probably position it to a point where it would hit.
yeah, you can put it
at least
there, and
that and maybe one of the others, if you position it right.
you could.
Yeah.
I reckon you could cast it either like there or
Yeah.
there. Probably will get both the cube and the golem,
Okay.
because that's how
Yeah, do
your
that.
kind of spells work. Is you can put it. Although, is it something you can see within a range you can see
It's more of a sound
thing? Oh yeah, great.
thing. Yeah, it's like thunder.
So yeah, you don't
thundery
need to
kind of-
use your sorcery point to be careful here, because you can do it without getting it to hit them.
Okay, cool. So yeah, sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from the top of our clay man.
Great.
Could he get them both?
Yeah, because he can put this across it.
All three of them though, because it's a 10-foot radius, which is half a circle, so it's a 20-foot circle, right?
I thought a 10-foot circle sphere
10-foot
was
radius,
this.
not diameter.
Oh yeah.
So it'd be a 20-foot circle.
Wait,
Ooh.
why is it circle? I thought it was a square. Am I looking at the wrong spell? 10-foot
10-foot
radius sphere. So I thought this was a 10-foot radius sphere.
Radius is half a circle.
Why am I saying sphere rather than square? What is it? It's sphere, not
It is
square.
sphere.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm being
okay.
stupid.
Shall I hit the button?
Yeah, cast it definitely, but I just don't know where you're going to put it.
I pressed cast. I don't know if anything happened. Yes, the slot's gone.
What are we saying then, Joe? What you think it's like that big?
It's a 20-foot circle, yeah.
So it's like that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I'm being.
No,
Now I'm being too.
no.
ballsy.
This is exactly. You should be doing this. Sorry, it's new spells that I'm not. I can't look up all the spells. So this is. You want to put
So
it
when
here?
says, for me, when it says range 60 foot, that's like range from me for where I
Yeah.
can cast
Yeah,
it, right?
for the kind of like origin point of this. So like, this is the center of this has to be within 60 foot of you.
But yeah.
Okay. So basically, you can put it there.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Well, it will hit everyone. It will hit the two
Everyone.
sorcerers and them.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
All right.
Do it. Do it.
You
Like hit the effect, yeah.
hit the effect. Oh, I've got to do a con save. So for everyone, apparently. Oh, 22. So right, the clay.
It does say for a creature made of inorganic material such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on their saving throw.
Okay.
Hey.
So unfortunately, none of these are made from those things.
No, but
Oh, this
Such
clay
as?
kind of
inorganic. Come
stone.
on.
Inorganic material. Oh yeah, okay. I'll give you the clay, but not the cubes. Gelatinous cubes wouldn't
Alright.
give a shit about this, would they? They're like all jelly.
I suppose that is kind of more organic stuff, but
Although maybe I do like it. It's just because it's the idea of it being that it's organic. Do you know what I mean?
no,
What do
you're
we
the
think?
DM. You decide.
Well, come on now. I mean, I'm always gonna go for like, I love it. Like, and it makes sense for Shatter, right? That you. Yeah, let's do it. All right, we're gonna do it, Blazing Grog.
This is only
I
for the
love the fact that you
disadvantage,
talked
right?
yourself
It's
into it. It's great.
All right. No, I do. I like it. I like it thematically. You're kind of like resonating it until it just bloops, right?
This is like the Hulk's thunderclap, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, con save. Oh, by the way, here's a question for you, Matt, as a DM. When you're rolling, you might not have it on, because on D&D Beyond, when you roll a con save for an enemy, do you just roll their base stat? Like, I'm rolling their con +4 here.
Yeah.
and then I just roll it against whatever. That's what you do, right?
Yeah.
I just didn't know whether or
Unless
not
it
there was a different.
specifically says, unless it specifically says on the stat block
Yeah.
that it has a specific saving throw, then yeah, I just use the little modifier that goes with it.
Yeah. Okay. Same as me. I'm just checking that I wasn't just making that rule up. Okay. Roll with disadvantage. He rolled.
Because all the saving throw is that modifier plus the proficiency bonus.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it doesn't seem fair that monsters have a proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Okay. So it rolled a 20 and an 8. It will take the 8 because of the disadvantage. Cultist rolls an 8. Other cultist or wizard rolls a 17.
What's the DC? What's your spell save DC?
What's your spell save DC, Martin?
That's a very excellent question.
So go on to spells and it will be above on that section.
Yeah, so save DC is on the right hand side at the top. You got your modifier
14.
spell attack.
14.
14.
So that's it. So they've got to hit a 14 in order to save from this. So everyone's failed other than this one. I'm gonna mark up who's failing. The cube. Oh, I could have been doing this with disadvantage straight through it, couldn't have I? A 15. That's a save, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, the last cube. A 6. All right.
Ooh.
All of these have failed.
Do the others still take half damage, or do they take full damage? Is it like that one?
Depends what it says. On this one in particular, it says a creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone.
So everyone takes a little bit of damage at least.
Yeah. So
That's good.
let's run me through this. What did you roll for your damage? Was it 22?
It was 22.
Yep.
So
Okay.
all the ones that failed take 22, and then the ones that succeeded take 11. It's
Nice.
Quick maths.
Quick maths. 2 + 2 quick maths.
Good job you've leveled up all the enemies, Andy.
Yeah. Right.
Half of them would have been dead. Last game.
Did both both cubes didn't fail? I've just messed that up.
No, only one of them.
Okay, great. Well, you really socked them there, didn't you? You're proud of yourself? You just wait until I turn you into Gloop for drinking that drug. Okay, they all like, "Ah!" and it's like bell ringing just shatters. You see the ones that have failed in particular, even the kind of clay turns solid for a moment, and you see these web-like things shatter through, like it's turned solid for a moment where it's resonated with it, and chunks of it have broken off. All right. Blazing Grog, you do anything with your movement? Or your bonus action? Hey, and just between us, did you take that feat with the Meta Magic Adept?
Yes, I did.
Ooh,
I did.
Lovely. So you could do a cantrip and a spell in the same turn.
Well, my feat was the Dungeon Delver.
Yeah, but you got 2 feats if you want them.
Wait, what?
That's how you walk.
Nice.
Hey.
It doesn't matter. We
2
can
feats.
sort it later. But I had given
it
everyone
was just-
one
yeah, I
free
thought it was
feat, and then you get a feat. I just given everyone as base level 1 free feat.
No, instead of taking a feat, I took 2
ability stat.
attribute. Yeah.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
Go on,
derail you.
go
I
on.
was just interested.
Can I just punch the Clayman just for the
You
sake
can't.
of it?
You can't punch because you've done your main action. You've done enough
Oh, yeah.
fighting. You got your bonus or your move.
Okay, well I'm just gonna step back for a sec then.
Okay, stepping back to here.
Just yeah, blazing grog. You know, all that kind of thunder takes it out because he's just a little guy.
Are you getting? Do you want to get back around behind this? Zoom out a little bit.
No, not quite that far back. Just maybe into the corner by the yeah.
Okay.
Right there.
So just so you know, for the kind of rules of D&D, not to get into this too much, but there is cover in the game. So if you're here, you are open. So if someone was to fire an arrow at you, not that you can see anyone with a bow, but whereas here you would be behind that, and that would be full cover of the wall.
Right.
So it would be that they'd get like +5 to their attacks on you. But
okay, well in that case I'll take the cover then.
it's just because I realised that I hadn't really gone through that. But yeah, if you were back here, you've still got plenty of range. Although, how far are you from them? So yeah, 60 feet is all this way, so you can still do your spells, but you've got more cover now. All right, Grishnak, you're up.
Yes. Okay.
Grishnak smash.
5 years I've been waiting for this. Okay, so
Don't say that.
Grishnak is gonna. He's got two attacks. So his first attack, he's gonna use shove on the clay creature.
Yep.
And try and push it into the gelatinous cube that's on the other side of it.
Perfect. Yep. Shoves a contested roll, is it?
Yes. An
Strength v
athletics check against the creature's athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah.
Okay, don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. 27.
Oh.
Hey.
That dice finally comes through.
I rolled the clay monster 20. It rolled a 17. You slowly push it back. Battle of complete.
It's a big old
strength.
shove. Just
Push it back into the gelatinous cube behind it.
Yep.
Now the rules here are that it gets like a slam damage, right?
I don't think it takes any damage from the actual shove itself.
But the fact that it's just been pushed into a
But I've
gelatinous
just
cube.
pushed it into a gelatinous cube.
Yeah,
So
that might do it some harm.
whatever the gelatinous cube does to people is now going to be doing to that creature.
Yes.
Also, we get a bit of an insight into what it does as well.
So you see as this clay monster gets shoved into the cube, the cube engulfs and envelops one of its arms as it gets slammed in, and you can see that the clay monster tries to come back, but its arm is stuck, anchored in place, and you see all this ooze. This cube here is almost like clearly sentient. It is grabbing, pulling it in, and you can see through. Remember that gelatinous cubes, much like this one, you can actually see into them, and you can see right now that this thing's arm is melting away. There's no flesh there, but the clay is getting acid, is just oozing into it and dispersing it. It is going to take 1 second. Oh no, it's on its next turn. So if it begins its next turn, it's going to take some damage.
Okay. But that was my first. That was my first
anchored in
attack.
that.
So
Yeah.
I'd like to move up a bit, move up with it as I shove it.
Yeah.
And then just swing my flail at it, and give it a whack with my flail if I can.
Yeah, you will
Preferably without getting into the other ooze.
Yeah,
it might
so
be a bit sandwiched, but that's fine.
you're stepping round. You won't do an attack of opportunity because you're not leaving the threat of this thing.
Yeah, okay.
You're just stepping in between these two.
Yeah.
Rock in a soft place.
Yeah.
Clay in a, sure, take a swing.
Okie dokie. 24 to hit.
Oh.
That'll do it. I needed to keep in my head. Well, he cast his haste, so he gets +2 to his ace. Oh, 24. Okay, don't worry about it.
And that is 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. All right.
Nice.
Your what weapons do you have? Your flail.
It's my flail, yeah. It's the big old chain with just a big old fist on the end.
Oh, I love it. Yeah,
Just so it's bludgeoning damage.
perfect.
I think, technically.
Oh, okay. You raise this thing up, get a couple of swings, slam it into it. You see it slam through it. Just to be... I think the answer is no, but your armor is adamantine, but your flail is not. Your flail is presumably
It's just a normal flail.
a normal flail. You slam it into the side of it. You can just tell that it is not doing the kind of damage that this thing would normally do to something like
Resistant. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. Yeah, but I did what I wanted to do, which was the pushing it into the ooze. So that was the main thing.
All right. Any movement left or bonus action?
No, I don't. I mean, I could move a little bit more, but can I actually? Yeah, I'm going to risk it for a biscuit. Let's go round like the back side of the golem.
Round here, so you're breaking from the.
Yeah, I'll break from that ooze because that ooze is gonna try and eat me, isn't it? So
Probably, yes.
Let's try and keep the other ooze on the other side of the golem, so that if ooze A wants to come at me, it's got to go through the rest of the golem to get me. So,
Sure.
yeah,
So as you
good.
move out of its threat area, as it were, as you sort of get away,
Yeah.
you see this almost like pseudopod. It basically is like from this square gelatinous cube, this arm tendril of ooze whips out at you as you pass, and it rolls a 11.
11
Doesn't hit, so it just
Just
whiffs
off
straight
the
past you.
shield.
Yeah.
No chance.
Oh, that's what I wanted to do. So for the clay golem, yes, it did take damage. It's going to take this 3d6 of acid damage. There you go.
Yes.
That's what it does when you shoved it in and its arm started to melt. That's what it did.
I'm glad that's 3d6 of damage to the golem and not me.
Yaramir, you're up.
Ooh. Those guys must have rolled low on their initiative. I was waiting to be attacked again. Before I did something.
You can hold your go. You can get say a trigger point that you want it to happen and hold your action.
I'm not going to hold my go.
Okay.
I am going to use... I'm going to use Moonbeam
Ooh.
up on the other sorcerer.
Excellent.
I'm actually going to take a step. I'm going to take a few steps back too.
Oh, this classic move.
Movement.
Classic
Back away.
Minotaur move here. So you
Fast
back away.
Moonbeam.
Are you getting round here or are you getting here?
No. I still want to be able to run at him.
Okay, so you're backing off to here,
Yeah, it's probably far enough.
and
I
then
cast Moonbeam on Sorcerer B.
another. So these two columns of like almost starlight just come down into the room. Nothing
And
happens
they-
yet, correct?
They know what's happening to them though.
Yeah, they know.
Sorcerers, right? They're like,
Oh
yeah,
shit!
they know.
All right, what next?
Right. Movement thingy. I am just gonna.
There's a lot going on right now.
I'm gonna harness divine power.
Sounds great. Can we all do that?
Touch my holy symbol. And regain one expended spell slot. So
Oh.
I regain that spell slot that I just used.
All
Or
right.
something then.
That doesn't sound like a game-breaking thing, but fine.
I can only
Sure.
I can only use it once.
Oh,
for a
okay.
long rest.
That's great.
But it is a
Another...
bonus.
All right. And now they look to each other Doctor Strange and this other woman as these two columns of starlight burn through them. Or moonbeam, shall I say. So, con saves. And do they get disadvantage, did it say? No. A shapeshifter does disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what? And on each of your turns after you cast this, you can use an action to move the moonbeam up to 60 feet in any direction. This is amazing.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, this was a surprise when I leveled up to level 5.
When people like look at the title and they go, "Oh, it's a spell called Moonbeam."
Yeah, that sounds fun.
lame.
Dim
And then
light.
they read the description, they're like, "Oh my god!"
This is crazy. All right. Nice.
I think I'm going to learn me some moonbeam.
Moonbeam. Triple moonbeam. Imagine. Don't cross the streams. Okay. Con save for A. Oh.
I mean, yeah.
That's a fail. That was a
Fail.
3, everyone. I rolled a 2. So, yeah, I need some bardic inspiration, people. I just, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? No one's giving me any. It takes 2d10 radiant damage. This is Aoife's one, correct?
It takes 2d10 radiant damage, but when I cast this spell using a spell slot of 3rd level or higher, the damage increases by 1d10 for each slot level above 2nd.
And did you?
Oh, that's the slot. Like, yeah.
What slot did you use? Because if you can't, you need to announce if you're doing it at 2nd level. Oh
did
no,
use-
third level, because you can do it at 3rd level.
No, I use 2nd, so that doesn't count, does
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
No,
So
no,
if you
it's
would have
fine.
done it at 3rd level, they'd get that extra plus. But
Yeah.
okay,
2d10.
2d10. I can do that on here, can't I? Oh,
can
you
do it
you
here.
can roll it up. Yeah.
8.
What? Easy. I feel like it should be more than that.
Yeah, it should be more than that.
Okay.
Should be 20.
Yeah.
It should be 20. Yeah, these flames engulf around them. They bright white light goes around them, and they scream out in pain. And you can see their skin starts to burn and crackle. Okay. Next up. Oh, but it is their turn. They can still move and do their turn, right? So
Yeah.
they're going to do that. I was just going to get them both done.
Right.
Well, I mean, they'll step out of that. First off, I think their first action is going to be going away from that thing. Dives out of the way onto, going to run to their friend and are going to shove her as hard as he can.
What?
Pushes her, and they tumble out and scatter across the floor here. All right. I'm gonna say that was his go because he did his movement, and I've made him do like a proper shove action. Don't think it's fair to have him do too much more. But he stands up, turns around, and you see him start to cast a spell. Starts casting in his hands. His hands start glowing up.
Give him a little wink.
Yeah. Woman laying prone gets up, dusts off her coat, turns around, smiles back at Aoife.
Uh-oh.
Points out her finger. 1 second. 1 second. Oh, Christ, sorry. And I've done it again. This thing, if you, on the iPad, if you click it just a bit too, it will bring up what the spell does. If you click it a little bit too much, it just takes you into a full different page. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. She
Aoife's
casts...
We'll cut this out for the DVD, right?
Yeah, sorry. I don't mean to... Right. More complex enemies. You guys are leveled up. I've got more complex enemies to deal with. A floating glaive appears out of thin air. A spectral weapon. All right. She grabs hold of it. And she can run past the moonbeam here. And she's going to just throw this glaive clean across the room at Aoife. Ooh.
It's always bad when you hear a DM go, ooh.
Oh.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Did you
Yes.
see this? I rolled a 3. This
Miss.
spectral glaive slams just straight past you. And just as it's going to hit into a wall, it dissipates. It reappears in her hand. She gets angry, but she ain't doing anything. All right.
Good.
It's the cube's turn.
Uh-oh.
This cube here sloths itself away from this clay monster here.
Does the clay monster go with it?
No, it's decided that it isn't getting any nutrition or anything good from this clay monster. So it's like it seeks
Damn
out
it.
what it wants to eat. Sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to get you. So no, it can't talk. It can't talk. It just it's gonna start oozing across the floor. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, this is great. All right. It's going to do engulf on Yaramir.
Oh no.
Basically, it's
I feel
going
like
to
we
just...
should know how to fight a gelatinous cube, but we've never come across one before.
Yaramir, you turn around and just see this huge thing just completely engulf you. Whenever the cube enters a creature's space, that creature must make a DC 12 dexterity check. Saving throw. Do you get disadvantage on your your dex saving throws because of your armor?
No, it's only for stealth.
Only for stealth. Damn it.
Yeah.
Come on, everyone.
I mean, you told me what my saving throw is, so... I am going to use Lucky
Oh.
and make another dex throw. Saving throw. Oh, great.
Oh. Okay.
-1 on my dex.
Perfect. This is great. So
No.
you try and get away.
No. I'm doing Bardic Inspiration. I'm doing Bardic Inspiration. I'll have to put a message in. Hang on. Wait a second.
I feel like this.
There we go.
Hey.
All right.
Feel a sudden surge of power.
A surge of power as it grabs hold of you. You feel it start burning at you.
It's a D6, right?
Add a
D6.
D6 to your 8.
Don't roll a 1.
Yeah, do not roll a 1.
12.
That's on the nose. You just get out. On a successful save, the creature can choose to be pushed back 5 feet or to the side of the cube. Which way do you want to be? It is basically, it's the idea of it's moving there. Do you want to get out of its way or go up?
I'll get out this way.
Yeah, so you
This side.
jink to the side. It kind of lashes out these pseudopods towards you. .23 to hit.
Like the first thing that's ever hit me.
Good. I need to lower your DC. This is insane. All right. It latches onto you with this acidic pseudopod. 3d6 of acid damage coming your way. Oh, mama! Oh, mama!
Jesus.
That's a 16
Jesus.
acid.
Mean.
Oh my
Starts
God, these things are no joke.
melting through your armor.
Fine. Everything's fine.
Keep your distance from those
Fine.
guys.
Okay.
Absolutely.
The second
Oh,
one
no. Oh no.
towards
Oh, God.
Aoife.
No.
Aoife, you look up and just see that this thing just come towards you. DC 12 dex save. Oh!
Nice.
Which way are you going? Backwards into this one or to the side?
To the side, please.
You dodge to the side. Again, though, it lashes out at you. 17 to hit.
Oh. Hang on. 17 to hit.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. Right.
that hits. Your
Yes,
AC can't be that high.
it's not.
10
What is your
points
AC?
of acid damage.
13.
Oh god. Okay. Yeah.
10 points of acid damage.
Okay.
Moonbeams those guys.
Yeah.
As it lashes out at you. All right.
God damn.
Back at the top of the round, and with the camera pans across the battlefield, these two gelatinous cubes trying to engulf you. This giant thing, Grishnak, you're looking up at the back of this golem as it's turning, noticing you behind it.
Yeah. Come on.
The spectral weapon glaive in her hand, ready to throw it again. It pulses with a dark energy as she looks at you, Aoife. Aoife, you notice in this last moment, you turn around and look at her, and then you feel something brush past you. It sort of knocks into you and brushes past you. It's on waist height.
Ooh.
And then we're going to end it there.
No. No.
All right.
Grishnak's
Hey.
got killing to do.
Well done, everyone. That was great.
Oh, fun
That was
time.
really good. Thanks, guys.
Nice.
Nicely
Thanks,
done.
Andy.
No, thank you.
Thank
How
you.
did you all have fun?
Yeah, that was good.
Yes,
Yes.
very much
I didn't
so.
realise the
Very
time.
much.
I know, yeah, it's getting late.
I
sorry.
realised the time and I was like, please don't notice the time. Please don't notice the time. Please don't notice the time.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, I was waiting for the top of the round, but then a whole bunch of stuff was happening. I was like, oh god, I can't end it now. But yeah.
No.
And yeah, no, we haven't got a loot crate just yet, but maybe we'll find one next episode. I should have a little look. Oh wow, gosh, we got loads of follows that have happened. That's so great.
Hey, that's good.
Well,
Yes.
multicast D&D rated us with a party of 18. Nice. Thanks so much.
Whoa.
Oh wow, I'll have to check that out. Multi-classes D&D. Love a bit. We've only got one multi-class in our little group, haven't we? And that's Alex. Oh, awesome. Thanks so much. Right. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed that. Did you like I mean, so much happened that I completely planned for. So I hope you could really tell. Yeah, I've just given him a follow too. Let's all go follow them. I want to check them out. Very kind. Man, I love D&D. I think this is so fun.
That was a lot of fun. As someone who doesn't really know what's going on most of the time, it was very enjoyable.
Ah, I'm glad.
Is that just in life? Or...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I made it this far somehow, but
Well, it's funny you say that because, I mean, it's always people that, I don't know, sometimes I think the people who don't play as much are actually some of the best people at playing it because they're less constrained by, you know, oh, well, I know what it was like in this edition or whatever. You're just sort of doing what you think you do.
Mhm.
But,
Yeah.
Well, I was
happy
thinking-
slap him. Happy slap him.
yeah.
I was
Absolutely.
thinking gelatinous cubes are they're quite common, right, in D&D. But we've never.
They can be.
Yeah, you guys have never really been anywhere because this is the kind of problem with lower level characters, right? Is that if I put any of the fun stuff up against you, you'll be engulfed and eaten alive by a gelatinous cube. So like, no, you've got to fight like little goblins and the thug of the village, and then you're getting to the point where you can start fighting the really fun stuff. I mean, to be fair, I've put you up against some pretty big things, but then we've had better ways to kill them, and maybe I've done that now. But tricks around the room, all that kind of stuff. You've always got to think about your environment. Use the tools.
Yeah.
What I didn't expect was the last time we did this, and I'd put a bunch of robots in the room, and then everyone just started fighting them, and I was like, I feel like we had a whole chat about how there's a console that controls them. You just want to punch all these robots. It's like, great.
It's not as fun as smashing them to pieces,
Sure.
is it?
Hey, and it
come on.
works.
You can't control us.
That's very true. I can give you questions, not solutions. All right.
That's it.
Thank you so much. And yeah, next week, shall we continue the
Yeah.
quest?
I need to fight
Shall.
this stuff. I feel like I'm being blue-balled.
Yeah, blue ball for a whole week. Yeah, 100%. Hey, it's always good to
Come on,
end.
let's go fight some stuff.
Yeah, we did a bunch of like investigating. Although I really enjoyed that vibe. I think that D&D is good for showing different vibes of what you can play like. So
I think it's good at kind of, well, as a kind of newbie, it helps you practice your kind of creative mind.
I
Get
think-
creative mind working.
all of you guys were really great. And I yeah, thank you so much to our new guests. It was great to have you on.
Thank you for having us.
Much
Thank
better
you
than
for
those other
having us
losers.
indeed.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Until next week, then. Thank you so much for Multiclass D&D for following and for everything. That's great. And
There's like a couple of my players that's been in the chat as well.
Oh,
tonight.
great.
So, thank you for coming by.
yeah, thank you so much. So you don't you don't stream your D&D stuff, do you?
No, I'm not a masochist.
No. Sure. You do have. What's your channel again?
It's Matt Sparks.
It's Matt Sparks. If I do that.
Well, not it's Matt Sparks. It's just Matt Sparks.
There you go. I've done a shout out. So yeah, there's
you.
Matt's Twitch. Yeah, definitely drop that follow. It's really good. He played
Thanks.
through, made me want to play back through Bioshock Infinite and all of them, apart from number 2, because that looked pants.
Yeah, ignore number 2. Just play 1 and 3, 1 and Infinite. It's fine.
Right. Anyway, thanks so much, everyone. I'm gonna end it there.
Thanks, Paul.
Bye. No,
Bye,
see you
everyone.
next week. Bye.